Hello.
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 Hello. Well, I think you guys are just in for a treat today.
Ho ho.
That ham that I can have.
Yeah.
Something tells me that we're in for a very interesting set of sessions over the next little while.
Is Chesko coming back?
Not that interesting.
Okay. Should be interesting. It either could go terribly wrong or not so wrong.
I think your options are pretty much terribly wrong or survivable. I'm not even sure about the second option.
I like it.
So you're saying there's hope.
Saying there's a chance.
So do we have everybody?
None here.
I think so.
I think we're just waiting for Adam to get in game. Ha, speak of the devil.
No. He's not the devil. I am.
I don't think of you that way.
Wait till after these next few sessions.
Sunday, on the other hand, whew, I could feel the fumes through the computer.
That was because I was burning the entire room.
Testing.
There he
Hey,
is.
there he is.
Hey.
Okay. Headset settings apparently changed.
All right, I believe we decided last time that Octavia has to give the recap.
No. I think we decided Caden gives a recap. 99. I give the recap on Anna's haircut. And Caden gives the recap on the game.
Okay, let's hear it.
It went very well. We show up and we did not have an appointment, but we didn't have to wait long. And she doesn't have much hair, so it only took about 10 minutes. And then she made me go to Goodwill and fries with her, which took about 4 hours. But I did get a cutting board, so I'm pretty happy.
Well, there you go. All right, so Caden, what happened last time? Or Adam, what happened last time?
Microphone woes.
Hello?
Hi.
I don't know if this is a form of silent
Failure.
protest.
You
He
guys
muted
can hear me,
himself.
right?
I can hear you. I can't hear Adam.
Okay, because every time I talk, it takes like 30 seconds for someone to respond to what I'm saying. It's freaking me out.
We're silently ignoring you.
Silent protest, I like it. Or he's muted.
Or his headset gave out.
There's your problem. Convenient.
Okay. Well, while his mic is off again, how about the rest of you roll me something to see who gives the recap?
Certainly. Oh.
Win!
Win.
Oh,
Looks like Aravan.
Testing.
There it is.
how convenient.
Nope.
Right after the roll.
Hey, he's back.
Okay, so did you hear anything I said?
No.
Nope.
Oh,
We heard testing and then nothing.
Okay, so back when you asked Caden for the recap, there's this haze of hatred and anger, and we're going to go kill somebody, and that's about what happened.
What about when I asked Adam to recap?
So at some point we went to talk to that cloud giant guy, whose name I can't even pronounce.
Lagothkus.
Mr. Cloud Giant guy.
Yeah. So cloud giant, he gives us a task. We have to kill all of the cultists in his castle, and if we can prove we can handle that and kill the actual dragon, then he'll basically recruit us. Seemed to be his plan. And so we went back to our rooms and we started planning about how we're going to kill everybody. And then Xavier ran across two wizards talking. One of them, I think, was actually named something.
Zolman.
Zalman. So one of them actually is Zalman. And then he relayed that to the group. Caden went nuts and got a natural 20 on his don't go off the handle check. And that's about where we ended.
And I believe the
All right.
other wizard was Asbar.
Yes.
And we ended with the fact that we're going to be cooking dinner soon.
Yes.
Very important.
You're in the corner. Making a
Yes.
fire.
Yes. In an ice castle. What could go wrong?
Magical ice. Hey, this will be a good test if we can bore through the walls with fire.
If it melts through the floor and I lose my ham, we'll know.
Yep.
All right. So, that is where we're going to pick up. You guys are all in your room, just having had this discussion. Caden looking furious, but somehow controlling it, and you guys are trying to figure out where exactly you're going from here.
Right. And it's
We're off to see the wizard.
just coming down to darkness, right?
Yep, it's just now getting dark.
Okay.
And this is our first night in the castle, yes?
Yes.
And we know that everyone else noticed that it was getting dark and they were all like kind of scattering to their rooms for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a mysterious something that happens at nighttime that we might want to figure out is what that's about.
And when I was outside, I didn't see anything in particular.
You did not. Except that the courtyard is getting kind of, foggy.
If I remember right, we were talking about rest. You guys needed a long rest, and then we were going to go out before sunrise.
I think so.
That's for you guys to discuss and figure out.
Right. So, do you all need a long rest?
If you're intending to scout out any more nearby rooms, I can go with you, Xavier.
Yeah, I think I needed to get my key points back, if that's fine, if it was me, but
You
We
only
said it
need like
needed
30
long-
minutes, right?
I think it was it an hour of meditation? Is that what we finally decided on?
Short rest.
Short rest. Yeah. Well, from the courtyard, I explored all of the visible rooms. If we were to go to explore, we would have to go to another level, I believe. But it sounds like everyone's spooked of the night, so if we did want to get out, we shouldn't
We had to be
see
very
too many-
cautious.
Well, we shouldn't see too many people,
No, but we had to be cautious as to why they're so spooked.
of course.
Arvan's
But I
gonna
mean-
go to the wall and press his hand against it.
Good call. We don't have to go.
Peek up into the sky from the balcony and see if he can see anything flying around. Or, I guess not really like. He's just going to be stationed out there if the party's sticking around this room. Kind of like as a lookout to see if something is flying overhead or.
So Aravan is
Fine.
going to stake out the platform.
Yeah.
Patio.
Try and get a better idea of why people are frightened.
He's patio patrol.
Does the wall instantly disappear when you touch it, or does it take time?
Within 6 seconds, you just. Whew.
Oh, okay. So relatively quick.
Yeah.
Cool. But it takes like a minute or two to reform.
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Actually, 1 minute. Sorry, you're right.
Cool. All right. So if something does come in, we're screwed.
Just don't let
So-
the little room.
Aravan, as you dispel the wall and step out, and actually there are kind of 2 little window things here that you could just look out if you wanted to.
I will go for that then.
Instead of going outside.
Yeah.
It's actually very hard to see much of anything. It's almost like there is mist and fog kind of rolling down the walls and kind of like disappearing underneath you.
Kind of like dry ice flowing over the edge of a bowl, kind of thing.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
That's peculiar.
Caden, if you were in an enemy stronghold or a friendly stronghold, what precautions would you put up in your room?
At the very least, I would have an alert ward, probably traps of some kind. And then, depending on how long I had to prepare, it would escalate from there.
Is this real quick? Did Caden say anything to the rest of the party about the necromancer? Like,
I believe he said a little bit. Like he's the guy that needs to pay, and I need to talk to him, and he caused some troubles in his past or something.
He's our new
So,
priority target.
Yeah.
should we expect any such arcane wards from Zaldman?
I do not know.
So how long have we been on the castle? 6 hours, 8 hours?
Probably about 6 hours.
So in 6 hours, we've been up and down these stairs, through the courtyard, around all these rooms. I've never seen that door opened. So if
Which
they
door?
had time to prepare, then it's well guarded.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we weren't exactly watching that door for the full 6 hours, so it's very possible that they were in and out while we were speaking with the giant or
It's true, but
moving boxes or...
I mean, if you want, we can try to see if they have any magic wards and then go in there and kill Asbar in his sleep and take Zolman hostage.
I mean, do we need to get answers from him?
Zolman, yes. Asbar
Okay.
can die.
I may be able to provide some assistance with obtaining truthful answers from him.
I think our best bet would be to get them surprised, possibly while they're sleeping. And if we have a way of dispelling any arcane enchantments that they might have,
I mean,
that would give us
I
the
can
advantage.
detect if they have any, but I don't think I have anything to dispel them. Let me double check.
Caden does have
Oh, I
Dispel
do.
Magic,
Oh, you
I
both
do
did.
look at that. Hmm.
but it's one specific magical effect. It's not like a anti-magic
Aerial.
Right.
thing.
So if we could detect the magic and we could see if there was different schools of magic, if there are any, then we would know how many we would have to get through, possibly. Or a better idea. If they have any. I mean, we don't even know if they have any.
It would be very strange if they had nothing. But perhaps they feel safe here.
Or at the very least an alarm. I mean, you've set that up before.
Yeah, that's trivial to do.
But effective.
Excuse
This
me.
is their own flying fortress behind the number of doors already.
So I don't think it would hurt if we could possibly sneak over there, detect if there's any magic. If there's not, I can wait there until they fall asleep, and then we can go in. Or we try to dispel the magics, then you guys can rest, and then I can go in after we've rested. I mean, we've got to get more information, is all I'm saying.
Well, I think it's a good idea to go over there and we can detect it. And then depending on if there are a lot or how many there are. Oh, goodness.
Caden is unfortunately willing to wait until we're prepared.
But yeah, I think we can go over
He's not going to
there,
let this champ slip by. Sorry.
do detect magic, and then come back and be like, oh, look, there's like 3 traps that I can sense right now. We can go disarm some of them, but then we will have to come back and rest because it's going to use all of our mojo.
But if we know that there isn't anything magically protecting the door, then
It makes
we
sense.
would be prepared enough to go in when they're sleeping.
Yeah. Assuming they're asleep.
I'm sure they do. I mean, most wizards do need to sleep in order to recover their abilities, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's tales of even undead wizards that need to at least rest.
It could be a hybrid.
Possibly. So,
Does this mean the ham's going to have to wait?
which one of you wants to come with me to go detect magics?
I don't mind
Caden
going.
will go.
I just
Okay.
am not very
In
quiet.
any activity will be soothing.
Right, something get your mind off of it. All
Yep.
right.
I will put this hand while I wait.
Since it's getting dark, there won't be a knock if we come in. We're just going to come in fast, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Understood.
All right. I flip up the cloak, and I get ready with Caden, give a nod, and I start stealthing back towards the wizard's room.
Caden
As
casts
you're making.
invisibility on himself.
You guys are so much more
And then-
sneaky than I would ever be.
Yeah, you guys can go ahead and start moving yourselves about.
Yep. All right, so I'm heading out this
Oh, wait,
way.
actually, hold on a second.
Oh, geez, 60 feet.
I probably want to do the detect magic ritual first before we move out.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll
But
let him
well,
prepare
invisibility
that. and
is also a concentration.
But if you need to, I mean, it's just right down the hallway. So if you absolutely need to, you can detect magic up to a point and then turn invisible.
I think what we'll need to do is use for clear the path, and I'll have detect magic ready and follow behind you
Okay.
because I can't do invisibility and that at the same time.
All right. So we'll wait 10 minutes for his ritual, and then we'll move out.
Okay.
Real quick, since you guys are planning this out loud, and I'm not very good at sensing invisible creatures, how will you know to follow him and if this coast is clear if he's invisible? What sort of...
Caden will be invisible.
signs?
I'm not going to be invisible.
Oh, what? Okay. I thought you were
No.
invisible.
Caden won't be invisible.
What,
No one's going to be invisible.
yes, if Caden sees me running, he should turn invisible and follow.
Ah. Okay.
Fair enough.
Confused. That makes sense.
All right, so we
You've
wait
got the
wait to 10 minutes.
whisper thing, right?
Yeah, you got message, right? Oh, I've got message.
I don't have.
I have
Yeah.
message. Yeah, I
You
can. As long as I know that you're staying behind me, I can just point in that direction. I can get you.
Okay.
So, all right, I'm ready to
Okay.
head out. Stealthily, of course. Checking the
That's 10
door
minutes.
once we get out. Crack it. Make sure there's nobody there.
So, what time of night are you guys planning on doing this? Like, as soon as it gets dark? Wait until the middle of the night?
Oh, that's a good question. You haven't used any spells today, correct, Caden?
I've used a
Just-
first, a second, and a third level spell. Because we have not done a long rest, as far as I know.
Mm-mm. Not since the cabin.
Right.
Well, if we rest, it's going to be close to sunrise before you're ready.
Yeah, it's like as far as spell slots go, I've got plenty still.
Okay, then I guess we can leave once it starts getting dark. Maybe not midnight, so that way we can come back and he can rest. Maybe get like 6 hours or whatever.
Okay, so in that case, Numa, you can take the hour you need to meditate and get your stuff back.
Thank you.
I'm going to give the entire party a short rest.
Which gives me one spell slot back.
Nice.
What exactly does that?
Is that the arcane
Recovery, yeah.
recovery? It's I think half your level's worth of slots.
Yep. Rounded up.
Yeah. So we're what, 7, 8?
7, I believe.
Yeah, we're 7.
So I get 4. Nice.
Yep. So you can get your third and your first done.
That'll work. So I'm only down a second level spell slot.
Oh,
So I'm
that's not bad.
about as fresh as it gets. but I haven't equipped or prepared wall of fire or ice storm yet.
All right, I'm ready at darkness.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and cast Aid to give Xavier and Caden and myself an extra 5 hit points for the next 8 hours.
Oh, sweet. All right, so
There.
oh god, I always forget where to put this.
I'd say just put it in temporary until you get a different kind of temporary. Because
Yeah.
last time we almost
No,
forgot
I'm just
about
gonna put it in my log as what my max HP is, just for so I know where it's at.
it.
So it's +5, you said?
Plus 5 hit points.
Sweet. Thank you, good sir.
Try
Such
to
a
come
good
back
spell.
alive.
And that lasts for 8 hours, right?
8 hours.
Survive the night.
Come back before the end of that.
If I've got 5, you know I'm gonna die. All right, so I'm gonna peek out the door, do a quick look around.
There is less fog in this hallway here.
Mm-hmm.
There's still it's starting to get like a little bit of mist collecting in the like the bottom foot of the area.
Probably creeping underneath the doors, or is it?
Yeah.
Is this open to atmosphere, or is this enclosed?
This is all kind of enclosed,
Okay.
but you can
so
see
if I look up, I can't
fog
see the
kind of
night.
creeping in around the edges of this door.
Okay, so I can't see the night sky from inside here.
No.
Okay. Oh, that's helpful. All right. Well, I start stealthing towards the door, and get us, I guess, within 20 feet or so.
Go ahead and make me a stealth check.
Certainly. Got the cloak on for the stealths. 24.
Nice.
All right.
And Caden will be following along behind him.
You can
Caden
move
is
up
now
next to me.
invisible.
No, Caden is not invisible. He has detect magic
Okay.
going.
And what's the radius on detect magic?
Uh,
I think
I wanna say 30 feet.
30 feet. Yep.
Okay, well for now, just because it'll be slightly easier this way. You can just place that wherever Caden is.
Nice.
Or if you
I don't
can't
think I
move it,
can,
then
actually.
make your own and use that to mark Caden. Okay. So, as you're making your way out the door here, and then down the hall, okay, so from there, place yourself where you want to go.
What?
Move
Sit
your
from-
token.
No, from where the 30-foot circle is now, place it wherever you're going to move from there.
I had it there.
Okay, well, I was just trying to make sure because there's other rooms that you're intersecting, so.
And I want to be trying to listen out for patrol, if there is any, and see if I can hear those wizards again as I get closer.
So far, you're not hearing anything.
Okay.
And Caden, you haven't picked up anything.
So is this strictly just recon, or do we need to be able to get ready to back you guys up?
This is recon. We just want to see if they have magic guards on the door.
Okay.
So I'm going to step closer so Caden will follow. And again, just keeping an ear out. Looking for any signs from here. I guess I'm 7 feet away. Trying to see if there's any physical traps or alarm systems.
So, do we have
Okay,
message going right now?
What?
We have the message spell going. So
You basically have to cast it.
Yeah, I have to cast it.
But you can hold a conversation for a certain point once it is going, right?
6 seconds.
It's like 25 words per.
Yeah, you get a sentence.
I just want to try and get us like, can you hold the line open if you're not talking, or is it you say something and that's it?
You say something, that's it. But I'd have to keep casting it every sentence.
Gotcha. So if I detect something that you're about to cross, I don't have any way of warning you right now.
You can whisper.
Okay.
I mean, you can just say, "Hey."
I got good ears.
Fair enough.
But I mean, we're both moving slow, so if you notice something, I'm looking around constantly and keeping an eye on you and the door. So I'm turning around, making sure that you're keeping up and you're good.
All right.
Okay. So, it sounded like Xavier was starting to move up, and are you basically just trying to keep this distance from him? So, like, if he moves, you move.
Like, how far from Xavier do you want to be at a constant?
About 20 feet.
20 feet. That's about where you're at.
So it's
He's right at 30 feet.
So that my detection is slightly ahead of you.
Ah, gotcha.
Okay.
Makes sense.
So, where you are right here, you're not picking anything up.
Okay. I'm going to turn message to, because I don't know where the sphere is, so I'm going to message spell to Caden. Have you picked up anything?
Not yet.
Okay. If you need to speak to me, give me a gesture. I'll be looking for it. So I'm going to kind of start walking sideways so I can keep an eye out on Caden to my right and to the left. So I'm going to slowly start creeping forward 10 feet, getting to the edge of his radius.
And Caden, when he moves, are you moving, or are you going to let him go and then catch up?
I'm going to keep pace with him.
Okay. So as he starts to take a couple of steps forward and you take a couple of steps forward, you start getting a sense of magic. And it is abjuration magic.
All right. So I'll throw my hand out, signaling him to stop.
Okay. I message. What is it?
There's magic ahead of you. It's the abjuration school, maybe the alarm spell.
I'll message back. Can you pinpoint it, or it's just in this direction?
At this point, you kind of get a sense, like, you know how the spell works. You know that it's basically you can select or cast it upon something specific, like say a door or on like an area. You get the feeling that it's been cast kind of on an area in front of this door.
Okay. So I'll relay that to Xavier.
All right. Message back. Well, do we proceed or do we head back and get everyone ready?
So, out of character, if you dispel something, does it actually, assuming this is the alarm spell, if it gets dispelled, is it just gone, or are they alerted that it's dispelled?
I would say anything that requires concentration that gets dispelled, you would clearly know. If you've
The alarm
cast it,
does not.
right? If it's just been cast, you would not necessarily know that it had been dispelled.
Right, like a glyph of warding or something that you set and forget, you wouldn't know that it's ended.
Okay. Seems reasonable. Let's see. Dispel magic. Hmm.
Oh,
God damn it.
why is your wisdom prevailing?
Especially with no bonuses, it's just straight wisdom.
Caden will suggest we fall back to not potentially alert them that. Like, tripping the alarm is one thing, dispelling it is clearly aggressive.
Right.
So he'll suggest we fall back and prepare.
Okay, so he starts walking and I start walking. Just keeping an eye out on the two doors that lead to this hallway.
Okay.
And I guess we just walk back to the room.
Is there anything else we want to investigate while we're out?
You tell me.
If I'll message. Can that spell see through walls or detect through walls?
Detect magic cannot. Let's see. Blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt. So, like, wooden doors, I can probably sense through without a problem. Ice.
Yeah, this is 3 feet of ice at least.
DM call, because technically that'd be water.
I'm going to say if you would like to attempt to sense something on the other side of one of these ice walls, you're more than welcome to try.
Well, how about this? If you can sense through the door, we can just move down towards the storeroom. I say that in a message.
Okay, so basically we'll loop and hit these 2 rooms.
Yeah, we'll walk down 20 feet, see what you get,
Whatever.
then get
Okay.
back. All right,
Just
so I'm going
sweep
to
this area.
start heading south.
Gaden will keep base.
Keeping a wide berth from that door.
Okay.
And I'm going to kind of keep a distance from what I believe is Resmir's door as well, just in case if they put an alarm on her door. Its door, their door.
All right.
So I'm going to stop here and wave Caden closer. And see if he gets anything.
So, Caden, you are getting just the slightest sense of magic from in here. You do think the ice walls are interfering? So, like, the sense you're getting is not as strong as you might otherwise expect? But from where you're standing, you do get the sense of some magics. You know that normally if you could see the object, you would be able to kind of sense an aura around it. Not being able to see, it's hard to tell. You can, if you really concentrate, you can kind of pick up what type of magic it might be. But you're going to have to kind of concentrate for a moment on each specific, sense you're getting.
All right. Well, I'll do that.
And while he's doing that, I'm just kind of doing 360s, slow 360s to watch the three doors. I see him kind of furrow his brow, concentrating, so I'm maintaining vigil.
So are you going to stand there? Or are you going to move? Caden, are you standing there to try to sense, or are you going to move to try to cover more
Well,
of
he doesn't
the...
sense anything on the door, right? Like specifically like we did on the other door.
It's all inside the room, I think. Right?
Yes. Everything you're picking up so far is inside the room.
Like, I'll move closer to the wall, as if that would make any difference. But other than that,
You can move closer to the
here.
room. I mean, I'm right here.
Yeah, I mean,
Might as well get as much intel.
So from where you're standing there, you can kind of pick up a few different magical things. One seems to kind of permeate, like it again. It's hard to explain because it's just a sense you have. But one feels kind of almost like conjuration. You're not exactly sure what the type is, but it kind of has that feel to it. There's another that, like, it's right at the limit of what you're able to sense, but kind of getting a feel for what else is in this room, and like the fuzziness of the sense you're getting from that conjuration type magic. You're sensing one that is, if that's like a slight buzz in your ear that has a certain pitch that you might identify. This is more like, a distant trumpet.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you can tell it's much more powerful than what you're sensing elsewhere in that room.
Oh.
But nothing about what school it is.
You can't really... No, it doesn't seem to have a school specifically.
Okay.
I mean, basically, it's kind of like... You've come across some magic items that... Like, some weapons are clearly just enchanted with magic.
My cloak.
Yeah. But some magic items have abilities and properties that go beyond like a single school, and they just kind of register as magic.
So if I'm getting this right, if it were a spell, he would have a better inkling to identify the specifics about it. But if it was, say, a magic item, like you said, with properties, multiple properties, then it would just show up as magic in general, not...
Basically, yeah, it's like, again, if something were enchanted with a spell, that spell's class or domain
right.
kind of dictates. Or if you're interacting with the effects of a spell, that spell's domain dictates. But yeah, if you've got something that has a mix of properties, it ceases to kind of be one or the other. And I mean, you guys know D&D. There's a lot of things that don't really fall under a category.
Yeah.
They're just magic.
No. Everything is perfectly categorized and labeled. What are you talking about?
So I look to Caden, kind of shrug.
See, I think so. There's no alarm in the corridor, right? No magic in the corridor.
Not in the corridor near what you believe to be your residence room.
Okay. So I think that's all we're going to get from here. So I'll motion to return back to the others.
Lead on.
So how are you returning to your room?
Ninja vanish.
Ninja vanish. Yeah, I'm gonna just.
So you're not like moving along this wall, and then along that wall, and then going to your room.
I think I'm gonna walk straight down the center because that's relatively the way
I was talking to Kate.
Oh.
I'm just going to walk back to the room. That's
Okay.
what,
Most
30
direct
feet
path.
away.
All right. Then you don't really sense any other stuff in that room.
Oh, I see. for magic sense. And I open the door and walk in.
Okay.
Close the door behind myself.
Xavier, you forgot the secret knock.
I said no knock this time.
As you're turning around to close the door,
Ah,
facing back to the room, you can see Erevan lowering the javelin. He had that really ready. Good to see both of you made it back safe.
We weren't gone that long.
no, not at all. I barely even got half of the ham cooked.
Doesn't take you long to cause quite a fuss.
I looked to Erevan and raised my eyebrow like in an oh really. I believe Caden found some information for us.
And so Caden will describe the alarm in front of the
What we
to
believe
Wizard's
is an alarm,
room.
right?
Yes, what we believe is an alarm. There's something there. Abjuration School seems to fit the characteristics of alarm. There's nothing in front of what we think is Resmir's room, but there's something related to conjuration inside. There seems to be a powerful magic item in there, but beyond that, couldn't say.
You didn't run into any problems or creatures of the night?
Nope.
That was very lucky.
It's an enclosed hallway, so should be pretty safe.
Maybe that's what they want you to think.
So we sensed abjuration. You said alarm. Is abjuration like shielding, or like what school is abjuration?
Magic?
It's typically defensive, is if you want a rough description. But it's like rejection or drawing limits around things.
So, depending on how powerful they are and how paranoid they are, could be glyphs of some kind of more powerful magics if we were to cross.
I believe a glyph would have showed up differently, because that would be a specific spot rather than an area.
Ah, yeah. Oh, side view.
Yeah, you guys have explored enough of the area now to kind of get a feel for how this works.
Holy shit. Oh,
Wait,
there's
so
the
you are
dragon thing.
here.
We're behind that big wall in the thing. But there's the dragon horde, the little gold at the
Yeah.
bottom of the map.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like in this courtyard down here. Remember, these walls are like 60 feet high.
All you gotta do is drill straight up.
And then the dragon comes flying out. Alright, so now that we know what we know, Resmir is, or we believe her room is relatively unprotected, but the wizards have protections.
What say you? Do we make a move on Resmir tonight?
I don't know.
Potentially potentially getting a long rest in before we confront more cultists. If we could take Resmir out quietly.
If we could take her out quietly, we could stay in her room, rest.
We could
They
steal
wouldn't
her
expect us
hand
to be
in
in
case they
there.
ask for the key.
That would be, I think, the wisest course of action if we can catch her while she's sleeping and she doesn't have arcane wards guarding her room. I mean, we don't even know if she's sleeping in there. She could be sleeping in the wizard's room, but if she's not there, and there's a powerful magic item that would be hers, it would be beneficial to take it from her.
At the very least, we could be clearing out another room on this floor.
I think it's not wise for us to take the wizards on this night.
Oh, we have two basic options, right? We can either start at the top and go for a surprise strike, or start at the bottom and try to weaken their forces overall.
Personally, if we're gonna do a dragged out siege, I'd rather take the most powerful ones first, so that way we're not weakened.
Yeah, so do you think that's the best strategy? I will say while turning my ham over the fire.
I'm not a military man, but if I were to fight, it seemed to work in the last castle. We took out the heavy hitters first, and the rest of them cleaned up relatively easily. I
Not
think if
sure
we
the
did
last cast was good.
Now Aravan's gonna shoot his eyebrow towards Xavier with the whole "really" look.
Yeah, I wink. No, just think about it. If we get caught after killing the foot soldiers, the higher ups are going to be heavily protected. The foot soldiers are not going to be protected. So, if we kill the foot soldiers and we get weakened and weakened and weakened, and then we're having to hide, and in a weakened state try to take out the more powerful people, it's not going to be too. It just
I
doesn't
agree
make
with
sense to me.
Xavier. It can only grow more difficult to strike those who are higher up, whereas the lower ranks will be just as easy to strike down tonight as they will be tomorrow or the night after.
The flip side is, if we go for a strike against Resmir and she survives the initial assault and has time to call for reinforcements, we're fighting everyone all at once.
I think it'd be the same with
Why
the
we
wizards.
must ensure that she does not escape again.
Yeah, the wizards are a similar problem, but it'd be like start killing people in their sleep, poison, etc. We do things that are not outright attack to weaken the overall group or the group as a whole, then strike when they're weakened.
I mean, I could see poisoning the whole food rations, but then we also risk poisoning the ogres if they eat the same rations or whatever.
As well as the kobolds.
Right.
Oh, yes, we're supposed to mess with them either.
Yeah, we can't.
But yeah,
kill
I'm
them.
fine. As a player, I'm fine going straight for Resmir. It's not a bad strategy by any means.
And just, it's, that's the game that we're gonna have to play. Do we try to play the long field, and hope that we can withstand and not be caught, or do we take fast, decisive action now and hope that we don't get caught? I think
There is a lot of
I'd
hope
rather-
going into our plans.
I'm all for, slinking into the shadows, but I think it's wiser for us to strike at the heart first while we're at full strength, and then if we need to, deal with waves of enemies later, I think it'd be easier.
So Octavia, how does your silence spell work?
Makes things very quiet.
Specifically.
As
The
a wizard, you
area?
would be familiar enough with silence to know that it eliminates all sound within the area on which it's cast. Also
That
makes it
area
impossible.
is
It is
20-foot
20 foot
radius
radius.
sphere.
okay. So
So if I
does
can
it only
get
sound originating within that area, or is it also sound passing through that area?
originating, I think you can cast spells into it. You just can't cast.
You can
spells
cast
within
spells
it.
into it, but inside of it, you cannot generate the verbal components of spells.
So.
So
So it could be very useful
let me be
to
more
silence
specific.
on that room. And if we're attacking in that room, no one could hear what's going on the outside of the room.
Right,
Is that
it's
what
not
you're
big
kinda
enough
thinking?
to cover the whole room, unfortunately. But if we place it there, for example, assuming the walls are otherwise thick enough to block sound,
Mhm.
or at least severely muffle it, would people inside that room hear stuff outside
No.
that silence area?
I think so.
Does sound pass through it is the question.
For the duration, no sound can be created within or pass through
There
a
we go.
20-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose.
But there are still the surrounding walls. Might
Right.
help a bit. We'll have to keep the noise to a minimum.
And we could test that real quick.
But how about? Here's an idea. So you're worried about the wizards hearing what we're doing, correct?
Mm-hmm.
What if we place the silence in Resmir's room, and you cast spells from the storeroom? Numa, Eravan, and I would be able to keep her within the
I
room,
see.
and you can cast spells from outside the sphere.
Well, and for the silence part, it's spells that have a verbal component can't be cast, right?
Correct.
Correct.
Which is a lot of spells.
Yeah, I'm
It's
going
just
through my
about
list
every
of-
single one.
It's basically
But-
all
It's
spells.
basically, there's
Just
very
believe
few
me,
that
it's
don't
not
require.
fun.
Like message does, I think, is the only one that's like somatic.
I'm looking.
Or
So it
it's
also
got
sounds like
material.
it also sounds like a good plan when we go to attack the wizards to throw that silence.
Do
on
the
me.
same
Yeah.
thing.
Oh, yeah, like-
Get in there, silence them, and then cast from afar.
If we could silence Resmir, that'd be huge.
Yeah, because she cast that darkness before in the castle.
Mhm.
And dispel magic takes a verbal component.
So if she's
Yeah,
within
literally
it,
everything I've memorized has a
Right.
verbal component.
I think if we are going to do this, I can unlock the storage room, and you can cast from there as long as we keep her within line of sight of you.
I can just I can stand in the corner for that matter. Like I'll know exactly where it's going to be placed.
As long as there's room for you.
Yeah.
We don't know what's in there, but worst comes to worst. I mean, do you have any kind of wall spells?
I have Wall of Fire, but it's not prepared right now. Got web.
Well, you could web the door so she can't get through it. So we cast silence. We web the door. And that'll maintain her in there. Unless, I mean, if we can get in there fast enough and she's sleeping, we can close the door and make sure that no one else gets through it.
Yeah, I think a bigger concern is her escaping than someone else
Right.
getting in.
So
But
I think if we're smart, we get in there. Hopefully we can get in there quietly. I can try to distract as best I can, and then once everyone's in, we close the door and someone does not leave that door. Does the door open in or does it open out? I can't remember. Ben.
The door opens in.
Okay, so it'd be easier for us to hold the door shut.
Octavia's assistance, I believe the two of us might even be able to block off such a large door.
And if we put the sphere on the far side, then Octavia could still cast spells if she needs to.
And it may be a little late, but I did realize looking through my spell book that I do have fine traps.
Well, so can I. I hold up my fingers. Wiggle them. Well,
That's disgusting,
I-
Xavier.
well, it gets the job done, Evan. So I say Octavia eats her ham, so that way she's focused.
Yes.
I say we go
It's
take out
almost done
Resmir
cooking.
tonight.
Yep,
Or at the
sounds
very
good.
least, if she's not in there, we get in there and we take whatever hell magic she's got.
Alright then. I'm gonna use my 2 sorcery points to get back my first expended spell slot. Level 1 spell slot. Doing that now, so I got it for the fight.
I'm all ready.
And real quick, Caden and Xavier, don't forget to give yourselves the 5 temporary hit points.
Yeah, I already added it to my max.
Okay. Well, in that case, don't forget to make a note.
Yeah, no, I put a note on my log that says what my previous max HP was.
Alright.
And you just gave yourself temporary hit points?
Yeah,
That's
but if
right.
someone grants you temporary hit points, they don't actually stack. Because aid is not temporary hit points; it increases your maximum hit points for 8 hours.
Oh, I
It's
see.
real. It's real hit points that can be healed. So,
A lot easier to forget about.
does anyone have something that might be able to enhance abilities or provide assistance on, say, if I had to pick a lock? Like a guidance from a god, maybe?
Hint, hint, wink, wink.
What are you trying to get at here?
I need some assistance just to make sure that we don't fuck it up.
I could assist you with your combat tactics. I'm afraid your lockpicking skills are your own.
Alright. I look to Octavia.
I'm looking.
You got
I'm
anything?
looking. I'm trying to think.
Cantrips?
I could bless you if that's what you would like.
What does Bless do? Bless is
That's
temporary.
the one that adds a d4 to every attack roll or saving throw
Oh.
for the duration.
No.
Or
it's
I can give you guidance. Yes, that's what you were saying.
guidance.
Yes.
Yes, a D4 to a check would be fantastic.
Look at you, knowing my spells better than me.
I
was
don't
reading
actually
all
know
of them
what your
except
spells
for
were. I wasn't
cantrips.
sure if you took guidance.
Oh, I did.
Alright, well, so you know what I have for spells. I have Hunter's Mark, which is helpful for tracking her if she does get away. But I think... well, you got that. Oh, also, everyone still has their 2 good berries, so don't forget those.
They're gonna go so good with this ad.
And I have Color Spray and Sleep, so... I'm not going to be casting spells until after combat starts. So just so everyone knows. Because I'm gonna...
I will
if
give
she's
you
sleeping, I'm going in
guidance.
there and trying to kill her in her sleep. So...
I will give you guidance until the doors open, and then I am going to cast silence. So then
Yeah,
it's
you give
like-
me guidance, and then I'll do
Right.
my check. And then as soon as I get the door open, cast silence on the room. That way I can get up there while it's quiet, and I can walk into the room and hopefully kill her in her sleep.
Yes, it's the plan. We like to kill sleeping ducks.
Yes. I think it's a good plan, guys.
It's a plan.
It is a plan. And a pretty sound one at that.
We
Numa,
can
what are
hope,
you going
I
to do?
mean.
You going to go in there and punch things?
Numa fell asleep. You guys are taking forever.
Oh.
We're really thorough planners, okay?
This is actually the most
No.
thorough plan we've
No,
done.
get off the bed.
I mean, that besides, like, are we going to take the boat or are we going to take horses?
I think I had it right. That was the longest plan. This is the most thorough.
All right. Well, I'm going to assume Numa is going to back us up and go in there and punch shit.
It's a good assumption, but we
And
may
bring the
just
gong.
how good
Well,
this ad.
I'm bringing it.
Okay. I was just
From
wondering what
very
you were going to
far
bring
away.
to the table.
I'm bringing it.
All right.
Are we moving?
I think Octavia's going to eat her ham, and I think I'm ready to go. Is everyone else ready to go?
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna
So
I'm
I
gonna be
think
so mad if I die and don't get to finish it though.
I would
So
suggest that once I go and unlock the door, that we should have spells prepared, so that way you guys are ready to cast them as soon as the door's open.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as the doors open wide enough for me to see where exactly I want to position it, I'm casting. Like, there's not even going to be like a second of
And then
hesitation.
let me get in there
Well-
while she's sleeping, and I can.
Yeah, it's like if she's awake, cast silence. If she, well,
No,
Either way.
cast
Casting
silence
silence?
anyway.
yeah.
That way I can get in there and I can do what I need to do.
And the castle can't hear us fighting her. It's just a really good
Yep.
sneaky technique.
Because if we can cast silence in there and say she's sleeping on her bed and the bed is silenced, she won't be able to hear us walk into the room. So all of
Springs
you
on
can
the
get into
mattress
the
won't
room
make any noise.
and we could prepare a fucking ring wraith stab in the fucking yeah.
Kill her before she opens her eyes.
Yeah. So all right.
Like
well,
you think.
I am ready. I'm ready for this.
It's definitely a good thing there's no information that she has you guys might want.
Nah, I don't really care.
Hey, write it in books.
I'll get it out of the wizards.
We can get her spell book.
The wizards are the ones that have all the real information. Or we're going to get it from them. Right, Caden?
And let's face it, we haven't needed information up to this point. What's good is it going to do us now?
The one piece of information we got was from Talia the White, and she didn't tell us that there was a dragon in a fucking castle ran by giants.
we were blindsided there. That wasn't very nice of her.
Bad intel. All
You
right,
guys don't kill her.
I'm
Don't
ready
kill
to
her.
start
Not even
moving
if
once
you kill.
Octavia's finished her hand.
I will take a few bites of my ham, thoroughly enjoy it, but then I will leave it here and be ready to feast when we get back as a victory meal. That way
Okay, well,
we
you guys
still
go ahead and
put it
array
on
yourselves
there.
however you want.
Okay.
Octavia,
I'm going to
please
break
put that
up
back in
my-
your pack, so that if someone were to come across this room while we were not here, they are not aware of our presence.
All right, so the first thing I have to do is I have to unlock that door for Caden.
You do.
All right, so I'm going to be... I still have my cloak active, so I'm going to come over here and try to quietly get guidance from Octavia.
Yeah, I gave you guidance.
And
This
I'm going to...
this is a giant door as well, right?
All the doors are large doors.
So is the ceiling close enough to the top of the door where I can stand on top of the ceiling and walk erect into the room from the
Oh,
ceiling?
yeah.
All right, that's where I'm at.
You could probably
It's like
stand in
15
the
foot
door
tall
jam.
doors.
So I will be walking in off on the ceiling of the room.
Okay, so you're walking on the ceiling.
I love it. So I'm going to hold my finger up to everyone, and I'm going to point to Octavia and cast message, and I'll say, I'm going to need guidance for both doors.
I will cast guidance on him once until he opens one door, and then after he opens that door, I will cast it on him again.
We'll see you cast it.
I don't know how.
Do you have it on your
Oh,
cantrip
so
list?
you're casting a spell you don't know how to cast.
Oh no, it's like there's not a. I
Yeah,
just have a dragon head. There's not
Dragon
a.
heads aren't.
It's cast magically.
Oh, you
Like
don't
there's not
have
a
a
thing.
formula thing built for it, do you?
Yeah, no.
Well, it
Why
wouldn't really
did I
count
get
anyway,
to-
because it just gives you a extra D4 to
Yeah,
roll.
this just gives you a D4. So
Oh,
I
shit.
can roll the D4 for you if you want.
Oh, shit. 13 on my
Okay.
lock pick. I picked this lock before, though.
You did, but for some reason it's not working for you this time. However, your lockpick stuff doesn't break or anything.
Thankfully.
It's not like it's. You think maybe the cold has gotten to it. It's like a little stiff or something.
Right.
Aiden can never come out now. He's stuck.
All right.
I will say
Safety lock is on.
for this one, if you would like to take a full minute, you can just take 10. and attempt to pick the lock.
I'm gonna message Caden really quick and say, do you need to be in that room, or would you rather be closer to inside Resmir's room?
I don't have to be here. No.
All right.
Mainly, I was trying to get out of AOE, but
well, all right. I'm gonna listen at the door.
Which door?
Resmir's door. So
Okay.
shuffle around and let me get over there.
Cast on him again, because I see that he's given up on that door.
20 perception.
You really don't hear much.
No shuffling.
I think you may hear just a slight bit of shuffling.
I'm gonna hold up a hand. Say, message to Octavia. All right, it's now or never. Kind of rub my hands together, give it all the juice I got.
Pop your knuckles very quietly.
Stretch my fingers. All right, here I go. I'm gonna attempt to pick Resmir's lock with guidance, I assume.
Yeah, I hit it again. Dragon head.
26.
Better.
It's better than the 16 I got last time I picked the lock.
Better
So-
than the 2-year-old.
You're, given the difficulty you had on the last door, you're kind of like, okay, concentrate, think about this, remember your training. And as you start feeling the inside of the lock with your lock picks, you recognize this is actually a fairly complex lock. This isn't just a quick job.
Right.
So you start very carefully messing with it, and it's like you really feel like you're not gonna get it. It's like it's not quite there. But then, almost out of nowhere, this slight, it's like something has access to memory from when you were learning to pick locks so long ago, and words of wisdom come to you almost out of nowhere.
Like guidance.
Use the force, Xavier.
It's kind
Guidance
of
from
like
beyond.
a voice of guidance coming in, and you think, "Oh, that's right," and you twist just that slight little bit in the opposite direction, and click.
Kind of feel Bahamut's, presence come over and twist my hand just a little bit.
Just a little bit,
He whispers in your ear.
and you hear the click.
Okay, so I pull my hands back really gently. I grab my dagger out, and with my left hand I point to Octavia and say, I'm going to quietly open the door, cast silence. And so I'm going to try
This door's
to
open
stealthily
wide enough,
open
like-
this 15-foot door.
My plan is to be right beside him.
I am going to be right behind him so I can cast it around
So
him.
I'll be on door side, and Aravan
Okay.
will be hinge side.
So everyone, roll me initiative.
Oh, jeez.
How did you know that's what's going to happen?
Because it's turn order of who gets to do things win.
where did
Holy shit!
Oh my good go.
Yes, that was awesome.
uh,
All the dice. We're. Can you tell we're excited?
Okay, so
Initiative, we're there.
Newman,
wow.
roll initiative.
so
He's still asleep!
Still asleep.
I'm gonna say that.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
he's still asleep.
Yay!
So for this, we're not really going in initiative order exactly, but Xavier is going first, and we'll say Octavia is going right behind him. So Erevan, you're kind of like just
Holding
ready.
until after her.
Right.
Everyone at the
So-
ready. All right.
Make me a stealth roll to see how well you open this door, and
Okay.
no advantage on this. This is
Right. Yeah.
not you personally being stealthy. It's
Gotcha. 17?
okay.
not bad.
I need to change this
So-
color. I can't see the number on the die. Actually, I'm not.
So
It's
you-
the word, but
Slowly start pushing this door open, And what you're able to see
White
starts
dragon.
out
No.
White dragon. Cast silence on it.
as just like a little bit of a table.
I suppose I should be like right there.
Yeah. Well, soon Caden's over there, so that Octavia has a clear sight line.
Yeah.
And the door is opening in that direction.
Right. So I'm gonna push it open and then try to peek my head around and see what's in the room.
You're seeing more and more of this desk. And you see part of a bed. Finally, you see the entirety of the room as the door is pushed all the way open. You see Resmir asleep on her bed. As the door finally finishes opening, you see two guard drakes sort of nestled up against each other.
Oh, jeez.
And as you get a good look at the room, what you see is there's a large rug covering the main part of the floor, just inside the door. Like as you push the door open, the edge of the door almost touches the rug.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the large bed that rests in one corner. There's a desk. Atop the desk is a handsome iron-banded chest. And you can see that the chest has a large padlock on it.
How big is the chest?
It's like kind of like a personal item sort of chest. It's probably maybe 18 inches long, a foot deep, and a foot tall.
So it could fit in the bag of holding?
It could.
Oh.
The chest of holding.
Don't start that.
And you also see kind of hanging on a string around Resmir's neck are a couple of keys. And Octavia has now cast silence,
Very quiet in the room.
so there's almost no noise. And now we're going to go in turn order.
Okay. Starting with me.
Well, let's find out. So it would be Resmir's turn, but she's asleep.
Okay.
Xavier.
Alright. So rug in the center of the room, Drake's on the bottom, Resmir. Is there anything on the rug, like a coffee table or anything?
Nope.
Okay. Alright. I'm gonna turn and message Octavia and say, actually I'll do Aravan because he was ready to charge in with me, so when I move, he'll move. So I'll message Aravan and say, I'm gonna grab that chest. I'm gonna message spell. I'm going to walk across the desk, grab the chest, and then go on to the bed, away from the drakes. I don't want them to smell me.
I'll stand firm and strong at this door, and nothing will escape it.
Okay. I do that. I step in the room, hug the wall, and I'm gonna. Once I get up next to the chest, I'm assuming it's that little symbol on the bottom left of the desk. Kind of looks like a apple or something.
Yeah, we'll say that the desk is. Oh. Sure. Yeah, we'll say that's the chest over here.
Okay. So I'm gonna go in and kind of. So I'm gonna step here, and then up on top, and then I'm noticing that my footstep doesn't, make a sound on top of the desk.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pull out of the bag of holding the giant tapestry of Tiamat that weighs 200 pounds.
Okay.
I'm gonna put the chest in the bag of holding.
So you're saying that there's now a giant tapestry, just like
Laying
in
on
the
top
room.
of the desk. Yeah.
I would like to just look at Xavier with this awestruck look like, what are you doing? What is that? Where did you get that from?
Why are you pulling it out now?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Nobody saw me put
Why?
the giant tapestry in the bag of holding. So I pull that out and I push the chest into the bag of holding. Hopefully it's not one of those magical chests that breaks shit.
Okay.
And I'm assuming that's my actions for this turn. Well, I guess I still have movement, right?
You do?
All right. So I'm going to add one chest to the bag holding.
Are you going to like inspect the chest or anything?
Nope,
Or are you just gonna grab it?
just gonna grab it. Since I'm in silence, I'm not worried about the noise of the chest.
Make me a perception check.
Oh shit. Oh, fucking acid bullshit. 24?
You notice as you go to reach down for the chest that what at a glance from the entrance of the room when you were really paying more attention to everything else looked like the padlock.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually slightly ajar. Like you can tell it looks like it's unlocked.
Oh. I take my knife and pry it open from the side.
As you try, are you prying the lid open or the lock?
Oh, you said it's unlocked, but the lock is like kind of looped over whatever it's locking.
Yeah.
Priorities here. All right. Can I lift the chest?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna put the chest in the bag of holding,
Okay.
and I will continue my movement. What's that 5 for? Is that the chest?
That's the tapestry you pulled out.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna use the rest of my movement, since I'm in silence, to step right here.
There. Octavia.
And I assume that it's my action to grab the chest, correct?
I think you were moving Octavia that entire time.
No, I was over there because I was on top. She moved up into my space.
And I think
But yeah, but I tried to click on you to
Okay.
accept the movement, and it moved her. So
I'm planning my movements. I'm sorry.
I thought it's an action to take the tapestry out of the bag of holding.
Ah, fuck. Thanks, Aravan.
yep. So you're done.
More reason that Aravan's being like, what are you doing? This wasn't the plan. What's this tapestry doing here?
Caden said that there was a magic item in here. I wanted to get it.
After we kill
All right.
her.
Okay,
Has nothing
fine.
to do
I
with
took
tapestry.
the tapestry out.
So that's your turn.
Yeah. Damn it.
I was just saying, Aravan's being very confused by this tapestry. Like, what is this tapestry doing here? We're about to murder somebody.
Aravan.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Wall
gain some.
decoration.
I'm trying to gain some
This is
insight
ridiculous.
on what I just saw.
But
So,
I just pulled the
Aravan-
tapestry out of my bag.
Yeah, you saw Xavier pull something out of his bag. It seems like he's maybe worried about just how much stuff is in that bag of holding.
I thought we were in here to kill people.
I know.
We are all very.
So
With your insight roll, you look and you think, he's a rogue. He's going to take every opportunity to steal stuff.
he's our silent assassin, and he's
He never sticks to the plan.
What you don't realize is that it
What
was
did he
all
do
part
there?
of my plan to make this look like other cultists killed her.
Aravan, you're up.
All right. Moving to here, would that be sufficient to block the door, or would I have to move to there?
Well, the
Back to
door's
the left or
open
the
in,
right
right?
side? Right.
Basically, either way, this door is wide enough for two people to walk through.
Right.
You're going to have a hard time truly blocking it by yourself.
Okay. But if I were to, where I currently am, could these guard drakes move to my south to effectively flank me, or would I have to
No.
be where I was? Okay. Then I'd like to move just into the room and holding my action to cast Frostbite on Resmir, should I see her stirring or any of my allies starting the attack. Effectively, I'm moving into place and getting ready.
Okay, so you're going to hold your action.
Yeah.
Okay. Octavia.
Okay, I'm going to step forward, helping Aravan block the door, because I think I remember that being part of the plan. And I'm going to look and see Resmir sleeping. And seeing that no one has attacked yet, I am going to hold and let's see, where did it go? I had my arrow on it and I moved. I'm going to hold an action to cast Sacred Flame on her.
Okay.
As soon as someone starts the actual fight. I don't want to be the first one to start, but
I'll start it.
I'm ready.
Okay. All right.
Uh-oh.
So the first guard drake stirs. You can't hear anything, but you see it like sniffing at the air, like its nostrils are distending. And it stands up and like whips its head around, looking around. And it sees...
I still have the cloak on, so they have disadvantage on seeing me.
But he's smelling you.
Oh, right, but I'm saying if he's looking, he could be smelling ham, because Octavia's
And
got
to
a
be
cooked
fair, I
ham
do
in
have
her
a
bag.
fresh
Left
cooked
the
ham.
You left?
Okay, fair enough.
Son of a bitch!
No,
Okay.
no, I said I brought it because
Oh, she's got a
Aravan
cooked
like,
ham
you
in her
can't
bag.
leave this
That's
here.
Hi.
appetizing.
High, it's Ham. Low, it's Xavier. Yep, hi.
Damn it. Wait,
That
hi
means
is
it's not the
ham.
ham.
Yep.
Yes.
Not the ham. Hopefully I have really good concentration because this silent spell is counting on me.
So, he runs up to you.
Silently.
Yeah, making no noise whatsoever. And is going to take his 2 attacks. First is a bite. That's going to hit.
Oh dear.
So you...
So they just woke up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were unconscious, right?
I know,
Hey,
sleeping, yeah.
They were asleep, so yeah. Okay, sure.
So they were prone, right?
They're 4-legged creatures. There's no like standing up for half movement for them.
You don't have
Even
shield
still,
or
it's only
anything, Octavia,
15
do
feet
you?
of movement to get to Octavia.
Yeah, either way they can.
Ah,
get
well.
me.
We're trying.
I'm close.
So you guys hear a bite on Octavia's leg as this thing reaches its head outside the bubble of silence.
Oh God.
And then it's going to make a tail smack. And that's going to thunk off your armor.
Then a
Again, making
concentration
noise
save.
because you're outside the bubble.
So one.
And make me a concentration check.
Oh, check or save.
Yes.
Sorry.
Save. Just save.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
You've maintained
That's
concentration.
quiet still.
But you guys are starting to make some noise outside.
Right.
Caden.
Cast silence a little closer. My bad. Oh
That
well.
didn't take long.
Too late now.
All right, so door's wide open, right?
Yep.
And as far as Caden knows, Resmir's still asleep. Gardrick 1 is obviously not.
Correct.
Let's see. I've got.
It'd be really cool if we could kill both these guard drakes before she even wakes up, though.
So
Like, her pets are dead.
Caden is going to try to resolve this as quickly as possible. So he's going to cast Sun Scorch on Gardrick 1 there.
Okay.
One.
So
What
there's
does that
a.
Sun Scorch does?
So it's a guaranteed hit, but it has a con save. So that's going to be the roll.
Okay. It does save against the spell.
All right, so it takes half damage from each of these.
Okay, so you rolled
Wait,
have
Sorry, I
an
think that
extra
last-
D10 in there for some reason.
yeah, there's 2 stages. It is not wearing metal armor or shield, so ignore that last 3. Sorry.
Okay. So, it's going to take 8 points of damage from your Sun Scorch.
Oh, this is intense. Xavier can't hear a thing. He doesn't know.
Nope.
He's solely focused on killing her right now. I mean, he saw
You saw-
the Drake move.
You
but
saw the guard drake move, but you don't hear anything.
That's unnerving.
No, you're too good for our problems.
Yep.
He's like, let me put this beautiful, beautiful tapestry down and let me continue on my way.
You know what would look great on this wall? I think a nice tapestry of Tiamat. Let me start decorating this place.
Anything else, Caden?
That's all.
Numa,
Get in there, Numa.
you've heard some attacks
Yeah.
against your friend Octavia.
So I'm
On
going
the
to walk along the ceiling.
Yep.
Land behind this one and attack.
So you're going to
Cast
go.
silence.
You're going to jump down from the ceiling onto the floor.
That's right.
Okay. I'm so glad you did that. Because
Okay.
as you land on the rug that was in the middle of the floor,
Oh no.
Don't you remember the training that we had before we set out on this?
Oh.
Rugs that don't have anything on them. Don't
Man.
trust rugs that don't have anything on them.
Well, I know, and this
You
one looks
found the first
familiar.
original rug.
I do. This is so familiar. If I'd
So-
seen a picture of the
Damn
pattern,
it.
I would have recognized it.
so anyway, it's not going to do anything this turn, but as soon as you land on it, you feel it start to move. But you
And
do,
then I scream silently,
but you do go ahead and get your turn.
"Rug!" Okay. Good
What
Lord.
is that in
We
the
see his
background?
Y'all
mouth
gonna-
move,
y'all
but
gonna
no
cut me
sound
out of-
comes out.
And of course, Xavier's going to keep it so he can sell it.
Yeah, I can fix that.
He's got his own tapestry to worry about.
Yeah, I do. I got one that's way more expensive.
Oh my goodness! It just had to happen.
So
It
you
did.
get
But I
advantage
didn't
on
even
this
have
Drake.
any other way to attack him though, so I don't think I could reach him from 15 feet away.
No, you.
Okay. First attack.
With advantage.
With advantage.
Oh, sorry. Advantage thing's hidden. Let me just roll a second time.
Just roll
or
a
you
second
want
at a time. Okay, so it's a hit.
Curse.
All right,
me- Second attack.
Oh.
Oh,
There it is.
another hit.
Sugar. And then punch him in the back of the head.
Man, this guy's a beast. I don't remember how strong they were.
He's
Nice.
strong.
And it's a hit. Okay, so you... And you can tell you do some damage, but
Points it in.
these guys are tough.
So he's taken 24 so far.
Anything else?
Well, yeah. Can I then? Well, sugar. So do I mean by the feel of that rug? I do know that it's not a rug. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you feel it moving.
So do I have my 10 feet of movement still? Or 15 feet of movement?
When you move
Can I
10
react?
I'm going to say you basically use the rest of your movement to, like, jump from the ceiling down to the floor, and land safely.
Okay.
He's got slow
All
fall.
right.
Yeah, but I mean,
That's
it's
why
still...
it took him so long.
That's why he took us.
Yeah. Who needs a cone of silence when you can fall like a feather? Well, then that's all I can do.
Okay. The next guard drake also wakes up. So, high, it's going after Xavier. Low, it's going after Aravan. That's going after Xavier.
Alright.
Why didn't you bring a more potently smelling ham, Octavia? Maybe if you hadn't eaten so much of it.
That's just a few bites.
That's a miss.
They were big bites, but there's just a few.
That's a hit.
Okay.
Its tail slaps you
Ow.
silently. Well, Resmir still sleeping away because no sounds have alerted her, and no one's tried to affect her yet.
Kind of great, though.
The rug of smothering, however,
Oh no. Numa!
It'll be a silent death.
is going to attempt to attack Numa.
I'm getting gaseous form next time I have a chance. Just so I can avoid these situations.
So as it starts to writhe and whirl and try to grab your feet, it misses.
Ah, phew.
He's dancing.
Rug!
He's dancing.
Xavier.
Okay. I'm not in reach for a vital spot, I don't believe. I mean, I'm technically within 5 feet of her, right?
Yes.
I did not
So you're
say
within.
by
She's
squares.
laying on the bed.
Okay.
You can get
Yeah,
to her
bed.
feet though.
Right. Which I think RP wise it would not be.
Yeah, I mean, this is not like you're going to be able to go up just coup de grace her.
I would have to step onto the bed at this
Right.
moment in order to
Just try to get to her heart or her brain or
get
something.
a vital spot. All right. All right. Since it's silent, is this like a sleigh bed? Is there like a foot board on this thing?
Sure, it's a sleep bed.
Okay. All right. I'm going to do a daring act in all attempts to kill Resmir. I pull out my second dagger and I step on the foot of the bed and try to jump on top of her with both daggers right into her chest where her heart should be.
Nice.
Okay, I'm going to look up coup de grace type attacks now.
Well, if they're unconscious, if the attack hits, it's a crit. It's
It's
not
crit,
coup de grace.
right.
It's just amount of damage, I believe, right?
Okay.
Because I don't think they actually have coup de grace in this.
Yeah, I was thinking they got rid of that. So
Yeah.
Because you know what? I did that on that sleeping guard drake before. So as long as I hit, it's an auto crit and all that good stuff.
Yeah, effectively, if you're stepping on the bed and, leaping on top of Rasmir to stab and try to kill her,
Yep.
then yeah, so you're going to get opportunity attack for going away from the Drake.
Disengage.
Okay.
I'm moving swiftly.
You're using your minor action to disengage?
Yep. Bonus to
So
disengage.
You're not going to be able to attack twice?
Well, I only get sneak attack once, so I'm betting all this on one attack anyway.
Okay.
Alright, so... Targeter. Would this be with advantage?
Yep, she's
Sleeping.
effectively unconscious.
Alright. Oh, don't... Windows 10. Fuck you. Alright. So with advantage, here I go. I just gotta hit her. 27.
That's a hit.
Alright, so
And
this
as soon as he hits, that'll set off my attack also.
Once my attack goes through. Alright,
Well, yeah,
so
once you're done.
Is crit damage already added, or are we just gonna double all the damage that I roll?
You'll just
Or roll
you'll
the
just need to
damage
roll
twice.
damage twice.
Alright, so I'm gonna roll this and then a single d4 because I can't roll my modifier twice. So here's the regular damage plus 1 for the bag of holding.
Okay, so 10 damage.
Alright, and then sneak attack. Magical sneak attack. Alright.
Yeah, speaking of, which dagger were you using?
My venom dagger. Dagger of venom. So there's the first sneak attack and the second sneak attack.
Okay.
So 32.
Yep.
Which I don't think that kills.
No, it doesn't. But she's definitely awake now.
It's a good wake-up call, though.
Anything else you want to do?
I don't have any more actions. Yeah, so I'm on top of her, so I'm gonna roll off the bed onto this side. And I think that's all I got, because I used my bonus to disengage.
Octavia, you can now release your held sacred flame.
And would that also trigger mine?
She actually succeeded on her save.
Okay, so then I don't hit her at all. It's again.
Oh, wait a second. Because she was effectively unconscious, automatically fails dex save. So, go ahead.
Woo. That's right.
Okay. And, Arabin, what were you going to be doing?
The frostbite spell.
Yep.
Right.
Go right ahead.
She's
So
out.
if you want to target her.
It shows I've got her targeted on my screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you cast it then? Or is it just not set up right?
Not set up right. Nope.
That should be it. Well, maybe it shall touch. Okay, well, we're for chill touch. So we're going to go for chill touch then.
Okay.
For 2d8 necrotic.
By the way, you crit on your
Yeah,
chill
you
touch.
critted. So,
Yes!
Awesome! And she's unable to heal, or she's unable to regain hit points for the next round.
For the next round.
that she is.
That's great.
But again, that doesn't look like you actually had her targeted for whatever reason.
That's weird. It is in the tracker. She is targeted.
Yeah, I see it too.
That's weird.
Huh.
Plot armor.
But that's going to be 11 more damage. I think it. Let's see. Yeah, no, it applied Octavia's damage, but not yours.
Huh.
Weird.
Because I'm more
I
powerful.
just toggled it a couple of times, and now it's showing up. So,
Okay.
maybe.
Anyway, so
That's all the held actions.
yep, that's all the held actions. So Xavier, that's the end of your turn. Airvan, it's now your turn.
Aravan is now going to swing at his more immediate threat, this guard drake that's attacking the person holding that silence spell up. He's going to try casting Green Flame Blade, which means on a hit, he's going to do extra damage with his blade weapon. And also spread that damage to the carpet. Right
Okay.
behind this guy. So, this will be only one swing with the longsword, going towards the guard drake. 1.
That's a hit.
Longsword damage. Plus Green Flame Blade damage to the guard drake. And that fire also then jumps over to a target within 5 feet. So I'm going to, of 5 feet of that target, so I'm choosing the Rug of Smothering around
Yep.
Numa to take a d8 plus 2 damage. 5 fire damage.
Nice.
Okay. Anything else you want to do?
Bonus action, he's going to cast Shield of Faith on Octavia to give her a +2 to her AC.
Nice.
Extra boost.
Thank you.
And that's a concentration spell for you, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Okay. Octavia, your turn.
Okay. So, seeing this lovely drake now in front of me, I am going to.
Roll me an insight check.
Oh.
You know this is the Drake Larry.
It's Snapjaw.
Harry, I'm sorry.
Okay. You think he's out to kill you because you're invading his room.
Not because of him.
If you rolled low, it was going to be you thought he was after your ham.
Well, either way, this is a life-threatening situation. I'd be probably more offended if he was after my ham.
If he was after the ham, you could have gone into a rage.
So I'm going to target him with my mace. And I'd like to try and target not so much his head because I know it's sticking out of the circle, but I want to aim more for his body.
Sure.
Make it a silent attack if possible.
That's a hit.
Mace this baby.
Nice.
All right, you have thunked him for 4 damage, although you don't hear the thunk.
Oh, right on the booty. Well, I was really hoping for more of an after that, but that's what I got.
Okay. Anything else?
Ah,
I don't. Nope. I'm good.
All right. This Drake, having just been slashed violently by a sword, is going to turn his attention to Aravan,
it worked.
and he's going to bite at Aravan. That's going to be a hit.
It worked too well.
So, chomp on Aravan. He's going to tail smack it. Oh, automatic miss. But again, there's the sound of teeth biting down on armor.
And I'm very happy that I got that armor master thing to make my armor super, super effective versus these specific attacks.
Yep.
But I'm going to roll my concentration save.
Oh no.
So, Octavia, you had +2 to your AC. That's a 1.
It was a good moment. It was
Barely a
so-
moment.
So DM has to
Barely
clear
a
the AC too, right?
Yeah.
Caden sees that Resmir is awake now. And,
Pour on the fire.
yep, he is going to go with Sun Scorch again. Hopefully get a better result.
The sun scorching Resmir.
Yep.
Nope. She manages to save against your damage. But still takes a healthy 11 damage.
Is she or he wearing anything metallic?
Anything metallic? Let me check.
Tibet.
That sexy chainmail negligee.
How about
Sorry.
the keys
Holding-
around her neck?
Wearing metal armor or a shield, or holding any metal item that is larger than small.
Oh, probably not. Not while she's sleeping.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
On the metal bed?
No.
So that will be Caden's turn.
Numa.
All right, so I'm going to try to finish off this Drake while we have him hurting. So I still have him at advantage, right?
Yep, you sure do.
Come on, Numa.
Yes. Where is my character sheet?
I can't answer that question for you.
In the computer.
Just now
There
asking
you
the question.
When's the last time we played? I just don't know. All right, here we go. Sword in the cranium.
Double 14s.
That's going to be a hit.
Nice.
This thing is looking very rough at this point.
Got me still alive.
Very, very rough.
Come on, Numa.
All right. So if I can't finish him off. Oh well.
That's
we got
another
to do
hit.
that. Hey.
Awesome.
Still alive.
Still alive.
Alive.
Advantage
that
punch.
Carpet's gonna get me.
Advantage
Carpet's
punch.
gonna get me. I was hoping to get away from this issue.
The punch misses.
No.
Okay.
Now Numa's going to be eaten by a rug.
So wait a minute. Let me look at something here. So well, I can't do that. I've already used my bonus action. Okay.
You could key point for an extra attack, right?
Yeah, you could flurry of blows.
Yeah. Now, if I disengaged, would it be the only carpet that has an opportunity to attack, or would the Drake also have an opportunity to attack?
It depends on where you move.
Well, you can't really disengage, right?
Well, I just move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could move to the desk. With the chest on it.
Well, we'll try to finish this guy off for all of our sakes here.
One punch at advantage. Do it.
That'll hit.
Nice. Come on, Numa. Big damage.
And the last punch seems to break its spine
It was
as this
a silent
Guardrake
death.
collapses.
So quiet. It didn't even
So quiet.
scream.
And I guess I'm just going to accept my fate in the smothering
You can
carpet.
move, right? It's not.
You can still move. I mean,
Oh,
you got
yeah.
movement.
So, okay, let me disengage from this guy, I guess. Whoops. Shoot. All right. So I'm going to move. Is it letting me move? What's going on here? It's still got me
It's just
engaging.
Would you like to
Oh,
move? Where would you like to move to?
Yeah, it won't let me drag my guy.
Because the
Fair enough.
rug is in the way.
Oh, thank you. So I'm going to move here to the wall and we'll climb up the wall back to the ceiling.
Okay, so it will get an opportunity attack as you try to run away.
That's fine. I'm getting an attack anyway. Be gentle, carpet.
And it misses.
Ah. Suddenly getting some kind of phobia about carpet. I don't understand it.
That's why he
Okay.
always walks on the ceilings now.
Yeah, I should have stayed on the ceiling.
Numa, anything else?
I'm good.
All right. Second Guardrake, having seen his buddy die, comes charging around the edge of this thing to attack Xavier.
Mm-hmm.
So the first attack is a bite. Oh, that's going to be a critical hit.
Ouch.
So you're going to take 13 points of damage.
Ow.
And the Tail Smack also is going to hit
Oh, geez.
for 4 points of damage.
All right. Looking great, guys.
You're doing great.
I know.
Poor
That's what I'm saying.
Xavier. We hardly knew him.
And Resmir.
Oh, God.
Resmir is going to stand
Not
up
happy. Not happy. with
and
us.
is definitely not happy about what just happened. She is going to jump down right here and grab the sword that was laid up against the wall
Oh, shit.
and is going to let's see. Yep, going to make a special attack.
Oh.
So let's see. Just
I don't like special attacks.
okay.
Uh-oh.
So Xavier, the Guard Drake, the Rogue, and Aravan are all subject to an acid breath attack.
Hey, can I do this on it?
Morning breath.
No, it's a save, isn't it?
The save, so that won't work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Damn,
No,
it was worth it.
I mean, you can try to blind her, but I don't.
Well, never know. It's worth a shot. Okay, I never use it.
but hey, look at it this way. At least she's attacking a couple of her companions.
Yes.
That's
No. This is. I'm sure.
Bring it
Rugs of
on.
Smothering don't like
We're
acid.
ready for this.
Okay, so
Is that a dex save?
it
I
is.
like it when you
It
make
is a dex
my
save.
Okay.
My rolls are real good when you do them.
But yeah, Aravan manages to save. Xavier manages to save. The Guard Drake failed, and the Rug failed. Of course.
We're doing good. We're doing good.
So,
As it should be.
and here comes the damage.
Oh, I don't have evasion yet. Damn.
So 9 points of acid damage to the two of you,
I don't like it.
and 18 points of acid
Yes.
damage to the Rug and the guy. Okay. And I'm pretty sure that counts as her attack.
Yeah, that's an attack action.
Yeah.
I think that's
And-
a free action.
You can see her mouthing something at you. Can anybody read lips?
I can try.
Well, she's got that shield that's got an eyeball on it.
Does anyone have the ability to read lips?
I don't think anybody has the feet to do that.
Okay, then all you see is her,
Mouthing
moving her
something.
mouth as though she's yelling at you.
Aha!
Evan, I think she's trying to say something about the ham we took.
The Rug, definitely looking worse for wear, is just kind of stuck there. It doesn't really. Well, no, excuse me. It has a 10-foot movement speed,
Aha!
so it's going to
It's gonna wiggle up to you.
wiggle its way over to Aravan and attempt to attack.
Hi.
Hi.
And that's going to miss.
Is Resmir considered a humanoid?
Yes.
Okay. I forgot my favorite enemy damage. I'll do that next time.
I mean, that's just racist to ask that.
Xavier.
Hey! Well, this is a mighty fine opportunity. I am going to disengage for my bonus.
Okay.
Jumping over the bed. and then back up on top of the the desk underneath.
I'm gonna say if you try to stand there, you're actually gonna be like interfering with Numa, who's standing on the ceiling.
Oh, okay. Then I'll go to the far corner. So to there.
Okay.
And I'm going to right. Got her targeted. I'm gonna shoot her with my longbow.
All right.
And hope this works. 20.
That'll hit.
All right. So, longbow damage. No sneak attack because nobody's in range. But I do get my favorite enemy damage for 2 more.
Okay.
So that was bonus action and movement. That's it.
You're done?
Yep.
Aravan.
Aravan.
There's a rug in front of you trying to, like, wrap you up.
You know, I'm not a big fan of rugs trying to murder me, so I'm just going to take a couple of slices at this thing. Just try to see the battlefield beyond it. Starting off with a longsword.
That's a hit.
Alright. Ciao.
Okay.
By a second longsword. Yeah.
That's a hit.
Awesome.
Cut it in half.
So there are some major rips and rents appearing in this rug, but it does not seem to have lost its magical ability to move.
Alright. That'll be my turn.
Octavia.
My turn. I'm going to target this rug that is now in front of us. And I'm going to mace it. Because that's what I do when things are in front of me.
That'll be a hit. And somehow you manage to, like, club it in a way that destroys what little bit of magic it had left.
I've smothered the rug of smothering.
You have.
You've dusted.
You're so good at blocking this doorway, Evan. You should be door blockers more often.
Anything else?
Nope, that's all I got. I can't do much. No one needs to make me so.
That guard drake is dead. We're going to leave it there.
Hi, Larry.
Caden.
All right. Caden really doesn't like the fact that Resmir is still standing. But Sunscorch doesn't seem to be working out so well. It's doing damage, but it's been resisted both times so far. So I'm going to try a hold person on Resmir.
Go for it.
So that's going to be Wisdom saving throw. Still targeted.
She fails.
It actually worked. Holy shit.
Yep.
I think this
Trust
is
me.
literally the first time that's ever worked for me. Ever.
Oh, but you know
Trust
what?
me, I have a very good idea of just how annoying a whole person can be.
Yeah. Don't we both know?
Okay, so
Fine.
So
Resmir is now held.
So Numa has the last action before it's her turn where she could save from it, right?
Yeah, as far as you don't know.
Yeah, that I know. Out of character.
Anything else you want to do, Caden? You content to just stand there?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the doorway's still blocked, and I don't need to be any closer to do anything.
Numa.
All right, so in honor of the Matrix movies, which I've watched 2 of them on Netflix this weekend, I'm going to run across the ceiling and turn in midair to face this Drake on the ground. While in turn motion, drawing that nice silver, not silver, but my little short sword to then attack this Drake.
Go for it.
Oops, wrong button. Yeah. Shoot, come on now.
What is it, dinosaurs? How's that in dinosaurs?
Well, that one's going to miss.
But you hit in spirit.
That one's going to hit.
So much for style.
Excuse me.
And substance.
Yeah.
You kind of poke at it.
2 points of pride.
Well, you know,
It's like when Neo hit Agent Smith and broke his glasses, and that was pretty much it.
I was really kind of focusing on the form and not necessarily the effect of the attack. So, well, I'm just mad now, so I'm going to try to punch him.
That'll hit.
This is the most quiet fight I think we've ever been in, guys.
Hey, Gummy, he's still
Yeah,
alive.
there's almost no sound, so yeah, it's been a very quiet fight.
Thinking about it in my head, like,
Yeah, that's disturbing. That's disturbing me.
The guard Drake is going to accept your challenge, and it is going to attempt to bite you, which it will do. It's going to attempt to tail whack you, which it will not do. But it has definitely taken a chunk out of the arm that you used to punch it. Okay, so Resmir's turn. And basically all she gets to do is try to save from being paralyzed at the end of her turn.
Well,
Let's see if it auto rolls. No, it does not. Okay. So it's a Constitution save, right?
Wisdom.
Wisdom save.
It's so surprising you couldn't get out of that.
Nope, she fails. So she continues to be held. Xavier.
Okay, seeing her frozen in place, I'm going to open her chest.
Okay,
What's in
you
your
don't
bag
have
of
to be
holding?
sexual.
What?
No, I didn't get a chance to put it in my bag of holding. Right?
You
Dude,
need to take
kill
a
then
tapestry
loot.
out.
Okay, so
We're going to have a
Hold on.
very
I know.
strongly
Hold
worded
on.
conversation
Let's figure
with
this-
Xavier.
Did I or did I not get the chest at the beginning?
yes, you did.
Okay, then I don't need to open up the chest. Because it's in the bag. In that case...
Oh, wait, hold on.
No, because he spent his
Pulled the
action
rug
putting
out.
the
That's an
tapestry
action.
out.
Right,
You moved. So no, actually, technically, you didn't
right,
get the chest.
right,
So it's still standing there on the desk.
right.
So yes, you can now open the chest.
Okay, I want to open the chest.
Can't you
And
wait like 2 more
While
rounds?
she can't move, you definitely get the sense that she is not happy about this.
Good.
Not happy in the least.
Little torment. Well,
Nuclear bomb!
Probably.
And as you open up the chest,
I get inside.
what you see is a something that you don't really know what it is exactly.
Mm-hmm. Not a fetus, is it?
No.
Okay, good.
God, no.
Not a dragon, is
I don't know. She's
It
creepy.
is kind of a dragon.
Oh, jeez.
Another dragon
You
statue?
see a mask
Oh,
that is
that's what she was
horned.
talking
It's glossy. It's black. It has kind of a skull-like look to it, and horns coming out of it. It looks like a black dragon mask. And inside, that seems to be the main thing inside this chest. Aside from that, you see a profusion of gems and some jewelry, and like just looking at Holy crap. This is a lot of money.
Okay,
Perfect.
I'll take the mask and put it in the bag of holding.
Okay.
And then I'll step back into the corner where I'm at and cast Hunter's Mark on Resmir.
Okay.
So I think I'm targeting her and I should be able to just... Yep, okay. And I'm going to stay back here in this corner.
All right.
Just kind of giving her, like, the stink eye, like, I took your shit, right, when you couldn't do nothing.
Okay. Aravan.
All right, Aravan, seeing her still up now that this giant.
Make me a perception check.
To see me, he gets disadvantage. Oh, shit.
I see everything.
What you hadn't noticed before,
Uh-oh.
I mean, you saw, like, in the back of your mind, you kind of noticed a sword laying up against the wall next to the bed. But you're just kind of used to, like if you were sleeping, that's where you put your sword.
Right.
But when she unsheathed the sword right before she breathed acid on you, like, you looking at it, you can tell that is a special weapon. This great sword looks terrifying.
Special, like I recognize it special, or special?
No,
like,
you don't recognize it, but you
very
just
unique.
yeah, extremely unique.
Okay.
This is like no sword you've ever seen, and it just almost radiates a sense of horror or terror.
All right.
It's like you really don't want to be on the other end of this sword if you can avoid it.
All right. In that case, Aravan's going to throw a couple of javelins her way to try and stay in this doorway. Double checking the range. The range is 30 feet, so this would be a disadvantage.
She's at 30.
Paralyzed. It showed her at 35 on mine. So
You can move up
I don't know
5
if
feet
this-
to throw a spear and then walk backwards.
I'll move up 5 feet. And about this time, I recognize that blade looks very dangerous, and I am suddenly worried for Numa's safety. Knowing I shouldn't be closing the distance to her because I won't be able to return the door to stop anybody getting through. I'm chucking a couple of javelins over Numa's head.
Oh, the first one's going to hit.
Followed by second javelin.
Attacking while out of ammo.
Oh, that's the last one.
Yep. So, both javelins impact. They don't seem to do that much damage, though.
And Aravan's going to open up his mouth to try and warn Numa. Nothing's going to escape.
Yep, absolutely nothing's going to come out.
Coming right back to his spot, turning to Octavia and be like, we have to keep Numa clear from that blade.
I will
Okay.
nod,
Octavia.
understanding. I am going to target Resmir, hearing this newfound light from Evan. And I would like to cast this on her.
Nice.
Okay.
Crit
So-
on the first one.
The first Scorching Ray crits, and it actually does, instead of double damage, it does triple damage.
Woohoo.
Because you got the
Okay.
Eviscerate effect. Do 2 standard critical hits to the target.
So I get 2 more d6?
No, well, you get 1 more set of damage, so 2 more d6 for this one.
Oh!
Oh,
Woohoo.
nice.
Woohoo.
Wow, 24 on the
Holy
first
cow.
one.
Okay, now, your next Scorching Ray attack. Another crit.
Oh my god.
Wow.
She really wants to kill that dragon.
Okay, go on.
I'm really worried about Numa's safety.
She is. She's like, you attacked my ham.
My ham, you guys can't have it.
And go ahead and do your third one, because I assume you're doing all three at her.
Yeah. Let's see if I crit again.
Almost.
No, but it is a hit.
If you crit again, we know you're cheating.
Oh, that's the wrong one.
Okay. So, you, as you release these 3 rays of fire, each slams into this person who's held motionless at the back of the room, unable to scream. And even if she could scream, the silence that surrounds her. And just the first one hits, and you can see it's done significant damage. The second one hits. It hits the same spot, and like you can see that the like her ribs have just been shattered, and the second one impacts her heart. The third one hits, and if it weren't for the fact that she were being held stiff in place, you know she would fall over dead.
So she's standing dead?
She is standing dead.
Oh my god.
Evan, that should keep her from hurting Numa, I believe.
Xavier,
Well done, Octavia.
make me a perception check.
Certainly.
I feel good.
12.
You know something weird just happened. Not quite sure what, but something around you didn't. It's just not clicking.
Don't you get
And-
advantage on perception checks?
No, I don't.
You do.
No.
And we'll pick up
Thank
right
you.
there after I go to the dog some water. So, short break.
Dang it, dog. Dang it, dog. You don't water, you'll
So
survive.
I got dibs on that sword.
You're the only one that can use it. Actually,
Well, I know, but-
technically, I could use it too now because I'm.
Well, anyone
if
can
you want
use
dibs,
it.
what are you going to give us for it?
I mean, it is shiny, though. It would look very good on me.
I mean, this way I can also then disguise myself as Resmir.
Even
I'm
better.
just slowly collecting the great swords of all of these dragon cultists.
I have a feeling that she had some kind of spell on that mask that makes it do something.
Maybe, but you've been after this mask since you heard about it.
I have. But he asked me to make a perception check, and something doesn't feel right. Oh well. Either way, this guard drake's gonna die, and we're gonna get a shit ton of gems.
Or maybe you accidentally threw down the large, very valuable tapestry onto an open flame and it's slowly burning.
Noxious
The
gas.
flame
fills-
elementals have returned, chasing us again.
No, it's like that was the summoning of Tiamat, was setting her tapestry on fire. She pops
That's
in the
okay.
room.
We're fucked up.
Plot twist.
So,
I
the
would.
Giants, I know you
bluff
told us to, like,
fuck out of
stop the
that.
cultists, but we actually just summoned their god, so.
I would.
There's
If
that.
Tiamat showed up right now, I'd be like, "Your other worshippers were weak. I have summoned you myself."
It's a very strange ritual in that it requires both the burning of this very ornate tapestry as well as the slaying of a few dragon-like creatures and the killing, sacrificing of a half-dragon.
That's what it is.
Very specific
While-
parameters.
The
Holding
blood
a black mask.
the blood of a black dragon catching a sacred tapestry on fire. It's brilliant. If it's not that, I'm gonna be disappointed.
Guys, if we summon Tiamat, Bahamut is smiting me right now. I'm just saying. I've, like, let him down this whole time. Like, hey, guys, I like, Tiamat a lot. Let's summon her. I was kidding, Bahamut. I didn't mean to.
So she had
Wait.
roughly 120 hit points.
And I took all of them.
We did that in
Last
2
fight, I
rounds.
think we did like 20 points of damage to her total.
2 rounds.
We did good this time, guys. We did good.
Yeah.
If we can do this to the wizards, We just got to make it through the night.
Hmm.
We just got to
This
rest. and then-
silent approach we have is beast. I don't
It
know why
is.
we've never done this before.
We've never
Like,
had an enclosed room where they couldn't move. We've always
That's
fought out
valid
in the open,
point.
right?
And Ben will never let us fight in a small room
It'll
ever
never
again.
happen again. We're gonna face the wizard, and he's gonna like fuck your silence counterspell.
He's gonna touch the walls and all the walls disappear. Like, oh, fuck. Wall is cast.
Oh my god!
I mean, I completely forgot that Erevan can like transform into people, and so it's really good because we can just lock ourselves in here, and anytime anyone knocks, he just puts his hand out there like she's been doing. Like, get the
I can
fuck
do
out
that
of there.
too. Yeah.
Forgot we did that. Forgot we were magical people who can just do whatever we want.
But I think Erevan's got the better charisma for talking to people.
I can just sit in here and cook my ham all day, and whenever time the door knocks, I'll be like, "You guys got this."
I was thinking like it's Zone of Truth.
Okay.
Hey, he's back.
Hey, Jack.
So there was a disturbance in the force.
There was a disturbance in the force. You can't
Wait,
quite
What
place
does
it.
it mean?
Xavier was able to sense that your dog needed water?
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Weird.
Resmir is suspended there, dead, but unable to move. She's definitely failing all of her wisdom saves from here on out. But there is still a guard drake.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And it is.
Caden's turn.
Take him out.
All right. Well, I think I can tell that Resmir has been thoroughly exploded.
Yes.
So I will stop concentrating on the hold person spell, which is now one of my
You
favorite
sure?
spells.
And Resmir collapses to the ground.
Ragdolls
And I'll
and monsters
target-
in the sky.
Guard Drake one over there. Let's just go with Firebolt.
Your firebolts always roll good damage.
Guardrake 1's already dead.
If they hit.
Drake
Wrong,
one.
wrong guard drake.
So after the
Yeah,
other guard.
You
Oh,
Guard
yeah.
Drake 2,
That one.
but Guard Drake 2 is
Still on the
has
board.
the same AC, so
Is that a
it's still a
miss?
hit.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, 14's a hit.
Oh.
You were saying about damage.
He just wanted to
Sorry.
jinx
Why
you.
did you jinx him like that?
Because I wanted the kill.
Okay, is there anything else you're going to do?
No, I'm good.
Uma.
On your turn, you don't just want to do more looting.
So I'm going
Probably.
to
Oh,
flourish my sword one more time and try to strike this drake down.
That's a hit.
stay down below.
This guy's definitely looking very, very, very bad.
Die, you crazy!
There's still no noises, and the fact that there are no noises and you're trying to scream at this thing to die just throws you off.
It does. It's throwing me off. And
Why is
in
nothing happening?
frustration, I do a flying crane kick to his head.
Yes.
That hits.
Jeez,
His
Louise.
sound really helps him
Die.
concentrate.
You
And
killed
your
it.
flying crane kick to the head does in fact kill him.
Uma.
Jeez, let me. These things were like this would be. These are good. They have good hide.
Mhm.
We need to
Salvage it.
make some luggage out of these drakes.
Drake boots.
Wow.
I am so proud of us.
That is everything that's in this room to fight. Apparently is now deceased.
Apparently, that's kind of sketchy.
Well, I mean, maybe there's other things you just haven't found yet.
I'm
So
standing on
we
the
can
carpet,
effectively leave turn order unless there's something else you guys want to do.
Not right now.
Huh?
Not that requires turn orders anyway.
Should we
And I will
close the
be right
door?
back.
I will message Caden and say, come in here so we can close the door.
So
That was the noisiest, silent battle ever.
as you guys walk in, and basically as soon as Caden kind of releases the the concentration on his spell. You guys notice that one thing that looks kind of strange is that the fire that Yushi hit Resmir, or excuse me, that Octavia hit Resmir with, seems to continue to spread, and very quickly, Resmir's body just—it's almost like a thing of kindling that catches, and it just
Oh god.
with no sound, but it collapses into a pile of ash.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah.
Is that what the crit was?
Nope.
Oh, that's really cool though. Probably not for our benefit, but it was really cool.
I use my elemental attunement to snuff that small fire.
Seeing her start to go up in flames, Araban's gonna rush to try and save the sword from the fire. In case the fire does something more.
This happens so quickly that you really can't.
Right. Like,
But the sword just
picturing it like flash paper basically going up, but
Yeah.
Araban's like just charging forward, like
the sword just falls to the ground.
okay.
Silently.
Yeah, doesn't make a sound, but just
Araban would like to
Say,
swoop that up.
Octavia, can you close the door, please?
She silenced herself.
I know. I assume we close the door. I'm gonna look at the bag of holding and be like, dragon mask, black dragon mask. Does it come up?
it does.
Ooh. I put it back in. Hopefully no one's looking. Well, I guess I don't have to pull it out. I can just reach my hand in and call for it and it'll come to my hand, right? Within the
Pretty
bag.
much, yeah.
Okay, so I just release it and I pull it back and I start feeling around my person and looking at the desk, looking for whatever it was that I felt off about. Like, I look back in the chest. Like, did anything happen to the gems after I left it?
When you look inside the chest, like you kind of flop the lid back open again,
Mm-hmm.
nothing in there.
Oh. And I'm in the silence. Like, I'm standing in front of the chest at this point, and I'm in the silence, back to everyone. And I'm sitting there smashing my foot on the desk, because I'm standing on top of it and just cursing all the elven expletives. Just laying into this chest while it's silent.
Sorry, I'm back. And yes, I did step in the room so we could close the door. So, you know.
You just see Xavier pissed.
Yeah, you guys see Xavier like having a fit on top of the desk.
I throw the chest off.
Chest smashes on the floor, or smashes into the floor. It doesn't fly apart or anything,
Right.
but
Sturdy chest.
makes no noise.
And I'm going to leave the silence spell up until he finishes his tantrum. Definitely not taking it down.
I grab the tapestry and I start stuffing it back in the bag of holding, all frustrated like.
Okay.
And then I check the desk for important papers. Once I've cooled
I was
off.
about to say, I'd like to look around the room, see if there's anything to note
Yeah.
exceptionally.
Given Resmir, I'm gonna give
important.
Resmir's ashes once over.
Yeah, can I look at and see, like, maybe if I would know what caused that? That's, I mean, my fire's strong, but I know it's not that strong.
Sure, make me an investigation check.
Oh, man.
Zero.
my
I'm a lot stronger than I thought, guys. Like, I'm pretty proud of myself.
You're pretty sure.
right
You're
now.
like, man, that fire. It's like Bahamut has clearly blessed me.
God, now this is gonna just reaffirm her belief that the ham is giving her the powers.
Oh my god, yeah, that's so true.
This ham is so good for me.
It really is.
Oh, I'm gonna sneak in my pack and bite, like take it one more bite and just like feel it run
Feel the
through my
power.
blood. Power of the ham. Is a thing. Is a thing now.
I'm actually
It
not,
is now.
not going to search for documents, but I'm going to go lock the door
Oh,
behind us.
Okay, you guys lock the door.
Yep.
You are able to fetch the key out of the ashes.
oh, good. Is there anything else left in her ashes? That's metallic or jewelry, pretty rings.
I believe Aravan was taken, right?
There's the sword. There is a very interesting jewel piece that looks like it's kind of shaped as the Cult of the Dragon insignia.
Hmm.
That's not pretty. Someone
Of
else.
course, you guys still can't talk because it's all silent in here.
So I'm just like pocketing everything I can find. How would you like me to label that Cult of the Dragon insignia?
Call it insignia of claws.
All right.
So you grab the sword.
Yeah.
As soon as you grab the sword, you hear a voice.
Uh-oh.
So, are you to be my next wielder?
Do we all hear that, or just him?
Just him.
Good.
Can he reply even though it's silent?
It's in his head.
I know.
Man, like, assuming he's facing the west side of this room, digging through these ashes, like, picks up the sword, is going to effectively just try to be responding to this out loud. Assuming your end goals can align with my own, we may walk the same path. You think yourself worthy to be God by my side?
I think the better question is whether you are worthy.
Well, better off than your previous owner. Poke the tip of the sword around through the ashes, like scatter them a little bit, looking for anything else.
Look, you're stabbing your old owner. I'm not there.
She was not completely useless.
Anything about her you could tell me that might be of some use.
She understood the nature of power.
Well, that's at least respectable.
Her ambitions, however, were almost certainly beyond her capabilities.
Not the first time I've heard that. I believe it was her ambitions that got us on her trail in the first place.
And what of your ambitions? What is it you desire?
Well, for a start, to put a stop to this cult and everything they stand for.
I'm sure I can be of assistance in that.
Perhaps we shall see in the coming days. There'll be plenty of blood to be had, a number of fights to be fought. If you prove me well, perhaps a partnership of sorts could be achieved. But fail me, and I can toss you off the side of this castle. You'll be lost for decades.
I don't think it will come to that. I promise
not.
I can be of great use.
What should I call you?
My name is Hazaron.
That's a cool name.
That's a cool.
Erevan Solvekos. I will see you through the fight.
At that, the sword kind of falls silent.
Give a quick one. Look behind my shoulder to see if, like, they also heard this voice.
I'm oblivious. I'm looking for stuff.
Everyone seems to be fumbling about in the silence.
Yes.
So quiet. I just don't want silence to leave. It's just so funny in my head. That's exactly what it sounds like, guys. You guys are doing a great
I know.
job.
So do we need to like scoop up Resmir's ashes in case we need it for Talia or the Cloud Giant to know for proof? Or do you think the sword will suffice?
We can't hear your thoughts, Numa. I'm not sure.
Oh, you still have this? Okay.
No, silence. But
I'm going to message Octavia in her head and say, the threat is over, you can drop your silence.
Are you done with your tantrum?
I'm over here locking the door, of course.
Then it is safe. And I will drop the silence.
And Erevan's gonna speak up. So, you guys think that we need to scoop up some of these ashes for proof that we killed her, or?
I think
weird.
so.
I feel like I heard.
I had
you
the same
No.
thought, Erevan.
Great minds think alike, Numa.
I mean, how do we prove ashes ever belong to a specific person, though? My fire really
These are
is
like
dark.
dragon ashes. They've got to be different than normal Drake ashes.
Is there
Just
like
look
a,
at the pile of ash difference.
is there a certification process? Like we get a letter that says certified to be Resmir?
At the very least, I'm sure her absence will not go unnoticed.
Hopefully not for a while, though, because, you know, we've got to keep up with the rules. Is there a way we can maybe, like, trap the door, like you said the wizards did, to see if we can hear anyone on the outside of it? Or you said that they had some sort of trap.
Caden
Magic
can put an
trap.
alarm on the door.
Are you ready to proceed to continue to reduce their numbers? Continuing to dispatch of this cult?
I don't know how everyone else is doing on spells. I'm about half through my spells and half through my energy at the moment.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't think it's wise to take on wizards in my state. I mean, I'm not doing bad, but I could be doing much better.
What about the barracks? Where you were playing cards with them then?
They could be easy to take
You
down.
have a limited time frame in which to expel the vermin from this castle.
Well, he said we had, what, a 10-day?
Like 10 days, but it just depends on how fast they notice people missing.
Right. But Resmir might not come out of this room. So if we stay in this room, we might go unnoticed.
At least first a rest, and then we can continue our...
I say we stay in here until next nightfall, and then we take the wizards tomorrow night.
And did we find any books or notes of anything in here?
I guess we're doing a
No,
general
not
search
really.
for anything. Did she
No.
have armor of any kind?
She didn't seem to be
Nothing
wearing any
left.
armor.
Oh, I bet you Numa destroyed it.
So have we thoroughly looted and everything?
Unless we find books or papers in the on that
Desk.
bookshelf or
There we go.
the desk.
High
as
investigation
you're,
will provide the point.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna use my little my dungeon delver and look for hidden doors or secret hidey places.
So as you guys are looking around, you all notice that Xavier was having kind of a fit and threw this chest. You can ask him about what may have happened there. But as you look around the rest of the room, you really don't see anything. There's nothing, no papers, no like notes or books of any particular interest.
Well, Xavier, what did you find in her chest? She seemed particularly upset when you got to it.
And you seem particularly upset as soon as she died. I'm very confused.
You said that the chest was like 1 foot by 1 foot by 18 inches?
Basically, yeah.
Okay. They say that thing was full almost to the brim with gemstones. Fine gemstones. It was a small
then
fortune.
The next time we hit the town, drinks are going to be on you.
They're not there. That's why I threw the chest. Whatever she did caused everything in that chest to disappear.
Can I inspect the chest to see if it's some sort of magical chest teleportation?
You can inspect the chest. Caden, you can do an Arcana check if you'd like.
So another investigation check because I'm really good at that.
Sure.
Same number.
Yeah, there's nothing that stands out about the chest itself. Caden, you know that wizards are jealous. And there are many who have come up with ways to ensure that should something happen to them, their possessions don't fall into the hands of the people who did it. And if you had to make a guess, even though it's not clear that Resmir herself was actually a wizard, you think this box may have been enchanted such that if she died, all the contents were teleported somewhere else.
I mean, someone knows that she's dead.
Most possibly. Hopefully they're not here in this castle, but I doubt it. Someone at the
take down
what do they call it? The dragon well? The well of dragons probably is where her belongings would go.
I mean, I'm assuming Caden told us this. If not, then I'm like, oh, it's a chest. Okay.
That was all out of character, by the way.
Yeah, okay. So,
For me, because I didn't hear anything.
I'm like, oh wait, Caden didn't actually say this. Yes, we really have no idea. Sorry, jumping the gun.
Well, I say we rest. Keep a vigil out. If we need to, I can try to sneak out and get us more food. And I think we prepare ourselves and come up with a strategy for the next room. We don't know if there's other exits in that one, though.
Xavier, would you mind taking care of your housekeeping now before we start the next combat?
What housekeeping?
I saw you pulling out a number of rugs from the bag before. I'd hate to stop your cleaning mid-combat.
It's already back in the bag of holding.
I know it is.
Yes.
But I'd hate for you to pull it back out at the start of the next fight.
Okay. Well, yes, but I needed to make
What
room
was
in the
that all
bag
about?
for the chest, and I didn't have time.
Why do we need something so large in the bag?
The chest?
Oh, the rug.
Do you
Very
see
large.
all the gems on this? It was valuable.
No, I do
to-
not. You put it back in the bag.
That is a fine point. Numa saw this tapestry when it was hanging, it was full of gemstones, and it had a depiction of Tiamat on it. So
Where did you find this?
in Talus the White's house.
Were neither of you planning on mentioning this to the rest of us?
No.
I think I was a little distracted by a secret door and other tapestries. Not quite sure I even knew the rogue placed it in the bag of holding until this very moment when I entered the room to kill our enemy, and he chose then to display and expose this wonderful tapestry to the rest of the group.
Finding one such large tapestry depicting something the cultists find so valuable is indeed quite a treasure to behold.
Yes. Also, if we need coin, I'm sure that we can find a disreputable person that would probably take it for a fair amount of coin.
I mean, of all the tapestries, why the one with Tiamat?
It was the largest, and it actually had gemstones weaved into it.
There were other tapestries.
Yes, you walked into the room, you saw them.
I saw a number of wall dressings already cut down and heaped up in a pile.
There was lots of stuff on the floor. It's very messy, you know. They weren't expecting guests, clearly.
I'm pretty sure I told everyone, Numa told everyone about the tapestries.
This is the first I'm hearing of them.
I think you guys cut them all down and threw them on the floor and never mentioned them again.
No,
You're like, look, there's a door over here.
I only took down the red dragon. The rest of them were left up.
You cut all of them down, and then we decided.
Oh, that's right, because we were going to take
the one in the bag.
That's right.
The
That's the only
ones
one
were
we
all
could fit.
still cut down.
All right. That's right.
Effectively, Erevan never got to see any of them.
There was a tapestry for each of the chromatic dragons, and then there was one large tapestry that had Tiamat with gemstones weaved into it. I was going to take all of them, but I didn't think that it would fit in my bag.
Did these tapestries depict anything? Perhaps the cult's intent, locations for attacking, information we could send back to Numa's master?
I think it was of previous triumphs. The tapestry that had the black and white dragon was them lording over the swamp. There was the blue dragon. I don't remember the specifics about the blue dragon.
Attacking a desert caravan.
That one. So I believe they were past triumphs, and that is where possibly where their hordes lie. Tiamat was kind of just ruling over everything.
What of the green or the red?
I don't remember the green one either.
Green was gassing elves.
I thought that was the red.
Oh, red was burning down a city.
That's one. Well,
Your city,
you know.
remember?
Ryan knows, yes. Everybody doesn't.
So I relayed that the green dragon was gassing elves, and the red dragon, he kind of just pauses for a couple seconds.
Before you move on to the red dragon, were you able to determine which types of elves? We come in a number of varieties.
Yes, we do. No, it did not look specific. They just looked elven in nature. It definitely didn't look like the drow.
Ears.
Anything about the surroundings? Was it the Feywild?
I don't recall such detail. Unfortunately. We can always go back and ask Lady Talus.
I fully intend to.
After we
Might be a
kill her
weird
and take
conversation.
everything.
Hey, we stole this one rug of yours, and we're hoping to look at the other one.
No, I mean, we could always just kill her and take her other tapestries.
I wasn't informed at the time that we'd stolen one of the tapestries.
It was for the better.
Perhaps we could have discussed this at the moment.
It's alright.
I do believe Xavier has a
we all
problem
saw
with
the
sticky
tapestries,
fingers.
though.
I know
Erevan
Numa
was
and
the one-
myself were in the room
Yeah, but Aravan was outside helping everybody else get up.
Yeah,
He
we
was
had to
standing
climb the
guard
ladder.
outside. He didn't get into the room until after you guys found the secret door.
Mm-hmm.
Then he went the opposite way.
Yeah, didn't you go? But you went to the door where the
That led to the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but there was a tapestry with 2 dragons above the swamp on that wall, if I remember right.
I believe that one was over the secret door. The door that Aravan went through had the red dragon tapestry and I believe the green dragon tapestry.
Cool.
Perhaps it'll be worth returning to this Lady Towers for a conversation about these tapestries. At the very least, looking for a fight, perhaps.
Well, I think she is still a part of the cult, and it is still our task to deal with the cult. The red dragon was burning a village.
Were you able to make out which village?
Not specifically, but I have a good hunch about it, unfortunately.
Was there a specific building that stuck out to you?
I believe it was my home village. I believe it was the red dragon that killed my brother.
How long ago was this?
$60 years ago, at least.
I was going to say 3, but I guess that's more reasonable. It's a very old brother.
Well, we're elves. We live a long time.
Yes.
Tavia, flesh does not age the same as yours.
Excuse me?
Our flesh does not age the same as hers.
Oh. I thought you were talking to me. I was like, I'm an elf too. What are you talking about? Yes, it was a long while ago, and it was a red dragon that my brother and I stumbled into his horde, and while we were in his horde, he was attacking our village.
They got some good out of it?
No, I lost my brother, my family, my home, and I walked out of there with nothing but my brother's sword.
That's not so good then. I'm sorry.
Does the dragon remain in that locale? Do you know?
I did not stay long. I would assume so as long as he didn't move his horde. I left shortly after that to learn how to kill dragons. So.
Well, Xavier, if we are able to complete this giant's task and extinguish the cultists as well as their dragon here, we have to fight by your side to slay this dragon that has left his mark on your family name.
I appreciate that, Aravan. It needs to be done, not just for my sake, for everyone's.
Good of the realm.
Good for the realm. Aravan, do you mind if you take first watch? I really need a rest.
Not at all.
I'm gonna go sleep in the bed. On the unbloodied side.
Okay, so everybody's going to take a long rest here.
Think so. I'm gonna get my bedroll out
definitely am.
and I'm going to sleep on this.
At the very least, taking my 4 hours and taking second watch once I get up.
Okay. Well, I think there's probably a pretty good place to call it for the evening.
Awesome. It went according to plan, guys.
I
I know.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
we
not
did.
expecting that at all, so I was holding back, like with spell
Well,
slots and stuff, expecting
except for
that
the very
big
first
bad to
action.
come.
Oh yeah, Numa. See, the bad part about The Matrix is he sucked in the first movie, so
Yeah. Well, I didn't quite see the program as I
You-
thought I did.
You only get better from here, Numa.
Numa, you were distracted by the woman in red.
I'm not the one.
I mean, who wouldn't be?
oh man.
Soon I will show you how to use fire like I do. I know it's quite something.
On my
Because
watch,
of
I
the-
would like to look over that mask while everyone's sleeping.
So you're not going to let Caden, like identify it or anything?
No,
He's hiding it. He's hoarding it for himself.
for now.
I mean, in a
Just
very
like all those
similar
gems.
fashion, that's
Just like
that's
all those
what
gems.
Airman's going to be doing with his sword.
I just want to.
That's
I want to get a
No,
sense
no.
if it has any use for me, or if I feel like I'm fit for this type of thing. Seems like all the other magical things kind of have a feel like this would be useful for me or not. So
You still don't want to let Caden, identify it and tell you its properties?
I'd prefer not to. I'm trying to be secretive about it.
Okay, well, just
how-
so you know that in this version, there is no, spend an hour with it and you find out what it does. It's either identify it or forever be curious as to what its powers are.
That's fine. That's fine for that. I just want to get a see if I'm drawn to it for the sake of using it, not for the sake of just having it because it's shiny. So, but I'll look it over in the morning, and then if I don't get that, that's a good feeling, then I'll pass it over to Caden in the morning.
Okay, so as you spend some time, in the middle of the night when no one else is watching, sort of playing
Caressing
with
a
this
black
thing.
dragon mask.
Looking it over.
Setting your mask under the sheet.
You do get the sense there is magic to it. It's a very powerful magic item. It would almost certainly require mechanically it requires attunement.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on how many things you're already attuned to, that could be a problem.
Right.
Just kind of staring at it and holding it. Do you ever put it on?
Oh, geez, I just had a glimpse of the mask.
Turns green.
Wait, the Jim Carrey or
Jim
the
Carrey.
Jamie Kennedy version?
Jim Carrey.
It's time to party.
Yeah. I'll put it on while everyone's sleeping.
It's party time.
He kills everyone.
In your sleeps.
Okay, so when you put it on, it looks like it's not going to fit very well.
Probably size
But
for a half dragon.
As soon as you put it on, it starts to mold itself.
Oh god, it is the mask.
There's just, it feels like it's somehow empowering you. It's hard to say exactly what it's doing.
Right.
One thing though is that even though you currently have dark vision, it feels like the light around you becomes it's even easier to see.
Oh wow. Okay.
That's the only obvious thing.
Right. All right. Well, I'll take that off. Kind of get a gist
If you
of
can.
it. Yeah, can I take it off?
Yeah, you can take it off.
Okay. Whew.
Because pause.
It's not sunrise yet. Okay, so I'll take it off, put it back in my bag, and I'm gonna have Caden look at it in the morning. I didn't hear any voices or anything, right? Okay, good.
Could I have Caden look at my sword tonight before we all go to bed?
Sure. See if trying to see if it has. Yeah, there's no picture of it in the book that I can find, but there is a picture of Resmir wielding it, so that'll kind of give you an idea of what it looks like.
Ah! I like that.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a cool
And it's a great-
sword.
You said it's a great sword?
It is a great sword.
It is a great sword. Yes, it looks very nice.
So Caden, I assume you're going to go ahead and do the identify on it.
Sure.
Okay.
I might as well give
So-
him the mask.
No, you've already said.
I know.
Nope, I refuse.
I refuse.
So, Caden, as the sword passes to you, you also hear a voice, and this time everyone hears it.
Oh, jeez.
As it says, "Well, wizard, what is it you want?"
That sword just spoke.
Well, you guys just heard a voice.
No.
You're not entirely sure it came from the sword, but
I'm asleep. I don't care.
no, this is before you guys go to sleep. This is like
Oh, was it?
Right after. Xavier runs to the door to make sure there's no one outside the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to do a perception check to see if I know where that sound's coming from.
it seems to be originating from either Caden or the sword. And it's speaking in common.
It is no ordinary Caden sword. Caden, your voice changed, yes?
I didn't say that.
No, it wasn't you at all. That's a very different voice.
You also haven't answered me.
I want to know what you can do.
I can do many things.
Right, keep first.
Can you? It's one of those things. Being more specific.
Open your mind. Use your magics. Let me show you what I can do.
Let's not do that. That sounds like a bad idea.
I think you should.
Well,
do
you
it.
can
It sounds like an awesome
Use
idea.
your words. Words are good. I'm staying
You know,
out
maybe
of
if you
it.
ask
I
him,
want nothing to
maybe
do with this magical sword.
If you ask him nicely, maybe he'll just identify himself, and you won't have to actually use your spell.
Yes, I'm just going to put the sword down and start casting Identify on it.
Okay. You do actually kind of have to handle the sword while you're doing it.
I do.
Yeah.
Touch it with your boot.
You've got to be in contact with the thing you want to identify.
Like,
Oh,
use his
okay.
pinky to
Well,
touch it like that.
I'll be touching it.
And as you're just kind of balancing it in your hands, it continues to talk to you. It doesn't like threaten you or anything, but it's slightly off-putting.
It's a 10-minute conversation.
It starts to kind of share some of the things that it's killed, the masters it's had in the past. But what you're eventually able to discern with your identify spell is that this is a magical sentient greatsword called
It is a talking
Hazaron.
sword.
That its personality, its alignment, if you will, tends towards the neutral evil.
Oh, jeez.
I think there's neutral in there.
It can actually speak both common and netherese. For those people using it when they're not attuned, it functions as a +1 greatsword.
Woohoo.
If they are attuned, it functions as a +1 greatsword, and on attack rolls, you can deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage.
Ooh. That's useful.
If you're attuned, any creature you hit with the sword can't regain hit points for 1 minute.
Oh.
Nice.
That is a very dangerous weapon.
And there's a save to end the effect early, and then it also has the ability to it has basically 4 charges that can be used to cast spells.
I'm really glad we killed her.
Yeah.
If you're attuned to it, you can cast Detect Magic for 1 charge, Detect Evil and Good for 1 charge, or Detect Thoughts for 2 charges.
That'd be great for Erevan.
And at midnight each night, it regains 1d4 expended charges.
Will it shatter if you use all the charges?
It will not, actually.
Oh, that's nice.
It is a much better constructed magical item than your most wands, which...
Imagine Erevan being dressed up as Resmir with using Detect Thoughts, and whenever they start thinking he's doing something that isn't Resmir, he can be like, they're like, Resmir wouldn't do
Alright,
that.
guys. We can go fight Blagofkus. We can trick him this time.
Just saying. You know, Red
No,
Wizard, maybe?
I'm really Talus the White this time.
Today. That is what you find out about Hazaron. You also notice that the jewelry that the insignia of claws is also seems to be magical of some kind. If you'd like to identify it as well.
And an Adam.
Agreed.
Please, sir.
You want more?
I do.
So do you want to identify the insignia of claws?
Sure.
He's like,
The
you guys are
insignia
useless.
is basically it's an enhancement to natural attacks. While wearing the insignia, you gain a +1 bonus to the attack and damage rolls you make with unarmed strikes and natural weapons.
Like magic.
Numa.
Such attacks are considered to be magical. And no, magic is not a natural weapon.
It's natural to me.
Mm-hmm.
That means Numa's punches are just as strong as his short sword.
I'd like to hand that over to Numa for sure.
My punches are. I think my punches are already considered magical.
They are already considered magical, but they're not
This will give
+1.
you a plus.
But they're not. Oh, this. Oh, really?
+1 to hit and damage.
Tim's like, oh yeah,
On your
give that to me
punch.
right now.
I need that.
Frog
Yeah, so
puncher
even if it really
damage.
is, it makes your punches almost exactly equivalent to your short sword.
But even if you're swinging with that short sword, the extra unarmed strikes that you get at the end of the thing also have
Right.
that +1.
He's gonna be plussed up.
So
Your flipper.
you're gonna have an awesome crane kick now.
And this is the insignia of thorns. What was it called?
Claws.
Oh, the
Insignia
claws.
of
So-
claws.
Is it like a pendant or?
Yep.
Cool. I'll have to get me a bear tattoo now.
All right. Well, guys, it's been fun.
And next week we find out what the mask does.
Maybe.
Maybe.
If you live that long.
Oh!
I have to admit, I'm proud of you guys. That was a very well executed plan.
That was. I'm very proud of us. We've never done anything so silent.
And no one heard about it.
So the next room we go into, if there's a rug, do not stand on it.
Yeah.
Or
I
stand
should've
on it.
learned-
Wait.
Quiet.
Get it out of
That
the way
rug didn't
before
do
the
much,
silence
really.
drops.
I should have
I think
learned my
Resner
lesson.
killed it for us.
She did. Oh.
You know, and I think Ben gave us a clue. He said, and the door just barely clears the rug in front of you.
Yeah.
Sorry, my phone was in there. Not
Anyway.
Yeah, and the
Tony
guard
Door
drakes weren't
Alley
anywhere
said-
near it.
Not everybody.
Bye.
night.
Good night.